guys, I'm walking here in Heidelberg, chilling a little bit, but you cannot chill. You don't have time to chill because I'm going to upload now the quarterfinals from the Redbull Wololo Legacy, the one that I have casted, and hopefully you have enjoyed the tournament and you enjoyed this video. Thumb up, leave your commentary because it supports a lot the channel. Take care guys, stay tuned for more. But now, guys, we're going to jump into the next series, Mr. Yo versus Villese, because if the next series are going as long as this one, Nelly, we're going to need a pajama later. But this is Villese that is coming already, versus Mr. Yo. We have the draft already ready, and after this, we're going to see right away. I don't know yet the civilization, the match, but what we can expect for in this series, Nelly?
That would be interesting. Obviously, Mr. Yo loves to have messy games. If maybe my microphone is now on, and well, Mr. Yo loves those messy games. Villese, more of a meta player, likes to play the standard games. I think actually, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Villese picks something like the Bull with a plan, maybe something like Arabia, and Mr. Yo maybe something like Outcrop, Northern Isles, and Civ-wise. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Yo goes like in the Eagle direction.
And now we're gonna see Mr. Yo. I'm gonna tell you something, Nelly. I've been walking close to Mr. Yo. I get scared, man.
Why?
But just look at him.
Okay,
it's a scare, man.
Okay.
It's scaring everyone. You can see how secure he's feeling. I think he has been feeling better and better every day.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yesterday was a day where he really improved. It felt like he made some plans to spend a lot of time here at the PC in the game. And obviously, we love to see the drafts, love to see the reactions after they draft something, but we are a bit behind in time, and that's why we let them do the draft earlier and can show you the results of the civilizations pretty soon, simply that we can show you all sets at a reasonable time.
Yeah, anyway, the viewers not going to complain because the viewers want to see the action. Now we see here the draft. We have Frigid Lake and Acclivity from Villese, which I love it. The Bull and Arabia. Look at the maps and Atacama, the first one. I mean, you know my preference, Nelly. You know that I'm very, very happy with this map.
Yeah, Atacama obviously is absolutely great. And I didn't think we saw it enough. Yeah, did we see it on the mainstream? At least we didn't cast yet, right?
We didn't cast a single Atacama. So the first game
Atacama picked it in one of his games. And yeah, we'll be really, really aggressive. We are opening with Franks here. I've seen Villese play it quite a bit there. Obviously, scout opening fields very likely. Some archers with that. On the other side, something like Bulgarians will be a big question mark. Could be played on the Bull. And then I would see Magyars maybe for Atacama.
What do you think about Lithuanians? Because you can go even for the pawns earlier, maybe. It seems Atacama with the legs as well.
Yeah, could be an option, but it's like in random map it feels like, okay, we'll start with extra food, we can send the villagers a bit faster on wood. Here all the villagers are already distributed, so it feels like we can go for the 2 scouts a bit earlier, maybe another upgrade. And Lithuanians, they obviously love their relics. On Atacama, tough to fight for the relics.
Can you believe that for a second I forgot that we are in Empire Wars? For that I told you about
the game felt so long, right?
Yeah, it was very long. It was very, very long, the previous series, and exciting as well. Who's the favorite for you?
I have to give it to Mr. Yo, especially going for Magyars, one of the strongest civilizations, right? Cheaper scouts and the attack upgrade already for free, so lots of aggression coming out of his corner. I will go with a 3-1 prediction for Mr. Yo.
Okay. Honestly, with these maps that we have seen, it could be a faster series because these are a lot more aggressive than the maps we saw in the previous series. And ladies and gentlemen, we are starting with Magyars and Franks. Mr. Yo as a yellow in the south, Villese in the north. Atacama is a beautiful, beautiful map. Nelly, what is the most important in this one?
Well, it all comes down to controlling the wood line in the mid-game. Early on, obviously, that's not too important. We are trying to fight off and try to find some villager kills. We keep one villager here on gold for Mr. Yo, quite an interesting choice. All the villagers pulled away for Villese, so it will be full scout play from both.
Okay, remember, guys, that Magyars, well, cheaper scouts, they can get bloodlines, they get +1 attack for free, while Franks, well, the economy bonus they have, more HP in the start, but if he's going for full feudal, I love Magyars in this one.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like, full feudal is the best thing that Magyars can hope for, basically. So Franks, they have to cut some corners at some point. Maybe like stop at like 7 scouts, maybe some archers, maybe some spearmen there mixed in as well. And then you have to find a timing, and that's the timing that Magyars are trying to punish most of the time.
Well, they open scouts, both players, as you can see, guys. We see the first aggression here from Mr. Yo.
Oh, that's
and
good
those, I mean, those scouts use... Oh my god, this is super bad, because he's losing the Village and he's losing already the Lumberjack. Well, losing, he deleted the Nille.
Yeah, oh, that's costly. 100 wood gone, and this is like not only 100 wood, like you don't want to replace the lumber camp there, right? You kind of want to push it into the center, look at that, and that means he's even more exposed. That's a dream for Magiers here, man.
Yeah, that's really, really, really good for Mr. Yo. Let's see now if he's gonna take the Village back. No, those Lumberjacks are also exposed as well, but he's coming with the Spears. Spears that got also the +1 attack, Nille.
Not that important for Spear against Scout, right? Most of the damage is coming from your extra damage against Cavalry, but still, Spearman against Spearman fight is obviously better for the Magier player.
Okay, so we see the Scout, how he still trying to find some more damage. 2 Scouts, let's say still have more army. 5 Scouts, 3 Spears. And the damage, I don't know. Let's see if Mapu can put the panel for the KD at the bottom right corner so that we can see exactly. Thank you, Mr. Mapu. And we're going to see a round now with those Scouts. For now, close game, but well, it's studying a little bit the opponent.
Suddenly 8 villagers on gold there for Mr. Yo. Now it decreases that to 6. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries to switch into Castle Age here already. Would be really weird. He doesn't have an archer range.
No. No. It's still going all the Scouts and Spears. Well, if they're still like this, why so many villages on gold?
It is weird, right? Now puts the 3 there, goes onto some deer, and goes for the wood upgrade. So will be a longer feudal age, at least out of Mr. Yo. But still, no bloodline. Something I really would have liked to see already.
Do you like that tower?
Huh.
It's not a little bit too far, too early even.
Yeah, rule of thumb is you don't want to be the first one on Atacama to build the tower, right? Because now Mr. Yo gets the chance to go into the center and build his own tower behind the woodline of Villese, and that can't be towered.
Yeah, and he's denied completely. The tower will be useless. Okay, the Scout keep coming. Now with some Spears. A Scout on top. A Scout at the back. He's trying to chase that army. Good thing Villese is still going aggressive with more and more army. That he has a second stable, because I see so many units. Well, it's too many Spears now. The Scout, no. There is no second stable for any of the players, I believe. No. Let's see this battle. Important battle for sure, still on the woodland, but no towers at all from Mr. Yo. Is gonna take some villages or not?
Well, the Spearmen, only 2 Spearmen coming now. 1 villager down, the others had to fight. Work efficiency should go down. Mr. Yo forced into a defensive tower himself.
But it's similar tower with like Villese did. Even worse, because at least there is a goal that in the long run it can cover, but we're going to go for the feudal aggression, Nille. Scalebard and armor, bloodlines, he's trying to go all in. He's doing the market. Franks, you think that he should try to go castle as soon as possible?
Well, he certainly is, right? 300 food, only Spearman in production, is skipping Scouts now. Quite an interesting choice. And Mr. Yo floating 300 golds. Now even at another house there at the front. Lots of villagers still at the gold. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't add a second stable yet, man.
Yeah, I'm very surprised, even more with the upgrades that he has. Let's see now, because we see the +1 armor. Oh, it's not walling in time. We need to see their Mapu, because there's many villages exposed. It's true that there is some spear, but with the upgrades, +1 and bloodlines, it's gonna make the job. This can be good now. It's gonna take a lot of idle time, but the economy for Villese, it's there, about to click up.
And how much did he lose there? Like, yeah, 2 Spearmen, now 2 villagers? That's not too bad. Like, he killed like 3 Scouts. That's a lot of potential that Mr. Yo lost.
Yeah. I mean, well, 4 villages for 2 is not too much, and he still have Scout at home. Let's see, because now he's coming with the tower. He's mining a stone. I see something from yellow behind the woodline.
He bought some stone, nice tower, and that's the one we anticipated early on. Now move to the gold, and that's out of vision for Villese.
Yeah, that's really good. The tower is gonna be there, but there's not too much army. I think this is a good position for Villese. Well, resources, he's floating now, Mr. Yo, to go up. And if he deny that wood, then the economy for Villese is gonna be kinda mess.
Yeah, and how do you get to a second stable then, right? Yeah, you have 80 wood, but do you really want to go for stragglers? You rather want to go for lumber camp next. So we might be seeing a lot of resources on the bank, or lots of knights in the queue that aren't on the field.
Oh man, also where do you move that lumberjack? Because that tower is really nice. There's still some scouts around. There's a Spears, he's gonna take those scouts. Mr. Yo is fine. He's on the way to castle. It's to 1 minute, 10 seconds to be there for Villese. He bought it. He has to buy the wood because he has no wood right now. And to make the lumber can still no second stable. Mapu, can you zoom out a little bit?
Could be another tower.
I don't see, and there's gonna be another tower. No, there's no other stable. He's gonna make another tower there, Mr. Yo. He need to buy the stone because he's not mining. He's doing the tower himself, Villese. this is looking worthy for you. What do you think?
Village is being pulled here. That's so interesting. I'm surprised. Villese, I think he needs to go for some more spearmen. This is going to be a tricky one. Villagers have to go down.
Well, there's fight all over. The villages are now, but they are not Berber villages. They are not Spanish villages. They are just the standard one. And the tower is there. He need to go back. He's not going back. But Mr. Yo is not losing village at all. I'm checking only 3 loss. He didn't lose anything there. Still also a scout at the back. This is madness already, Nelly.
Oh yeah, indeed. Absolute crazy game here and lots of aggression. And those villagers are so exposed now. Should be low HP as well. And those knights, they will be spawning in not even 1.5 minutes.
Now the stable, bad. Those stables are so close to Villese.
Look at that. One stable, 4 knights in the queue. Now he cancelled 2.
Yeah, he cancelled it, but still the stable is not tapped. He's now walling a little bit, and those are a lot of spears. That tower, the goal is still a little bit exposed. The scout is still here, being annoying. He's gonna take few villages. He took 1 or not? 1 village only, and the knights are not enough. And now, who has a good economy, Nelly? It's Mr. Yo.
Oh, Doc could have been paying off so much here. Look at all the resources when we are reaching Castle Age. 600, 500, 500 basically. So night production should be pretty solid. Even adding some pikemen, and that will make it really tricky for Villese to hold.
Yeah, why this map it got lakes? They're ignoring. They ignore the lakes, as you mentioned. There's no use in the lakes. Okay, but let's see how many knights now coming. He's doing a monastery as well. He's well ready for the action. Yeah, Nelly. Well ready for the action.
Both players going for the monastery makes lots of sense. Really efficient counter to the knights there. And yeah, pawns obviously pretty nice if you want to increase your economy, but neither player really gave the breathing room to the other to invest those resources. And obviously, extra dock means, well, we'll need some time for it to pay off. Knight raids are continuing. Left-hand side pikes are scaring away the knights as well. And looks like game is kind of stabilizing.
After all the action, because they are attacking each other all the time, check the population and it's almost the same. So in this situation, even if we really know that the economy for Franks is very smooth, this is now a second town center, how we can know who has the advantage here? Well, I love the husbandry, but both are doing, so it's the same.
I love it for both. That's absolutely fair.
Exactly.
I think the main thing here is simply how exposed the woodline of Villese is. And I think this just spells disaster. This is like the intro of a horror movie to me. You right now it's peaceful, but you know stuff is going down later on.
Yeah, the problem for the later game here with Franks, I'm afraid of Castle Push, how cheap they are. Yesterday Franks also from Capos, but still there's a raid here, 1 village down. It's gonna take another. I think it's gonna take 2. It's gonna take 3. 3 villages down and not converting any knight. That was very good for Villese. And this is the lead he's taking right now. 49, 47. He has the monks, but he did the damage. That TC, they're in the tower, man. He's doing the town center in the tower. Well, it makes sense, but there's no knights here from Mr. Yo, so it's a good town center.
Knight converted here at the left-hand side of the picture, and that just means more healing. And Villese is playing a beautiful game.
Villese is playing really solid. I was talking with him before, Nelly, and he told me, I feel good. I'm gonna win Mr. Yo. Like this. I'm sorry, Villese. Yeah, I know that it was private. He told me like this.
Wow.
I feel confident that I'm gonna win Mr. Yo. Literally say like this.
Okay.
He was practicing with ACCM. What a player. ACCM practicing and he is out of the tournament. Here, guys, you cannot imagine the great atmosphere. But back into the game. 52 villages, 51. You can see the second town center, monastery. What is that? It's Siege Workshop. Whoa. Very interesting. Siege Workshop here. He has a lot of knights, monk. Seems to be like a good time for going for the siege.
Yeah, I think so as well. Only 4 knights by Mr. Yo. He's going for... What is this? Like, I'm surprised how many pikes and monks he's going for. He gives a lot of map control to Villese. It feels a bit like the timing for a CA switch, but knights are so dominant.
So many knights, Nelly, I mean. He got 4 knights, 7 pikes, 15 knights, Villese, +1/+1. Now he's doing even sanity. If he's going now on raid, he can do a lot of damage. This is 5 pikes, okay. He has a monk as well. Probably he doesn't want to commit. He's not committing. He's going back, doing wheelbarrow, Mr. Yo. But still, this is tricky. And now the siege might be coming. Where's the mangle? The mangle is there. So the siege, it's about to be there. Tone Watch, I love that upgrade. Let's see the pikes. The pikes, they need to go back. He's gonna take all them. He's gonna take also the monk. There's another, but that monk is gonna be gone. He's gonna convert 1 knight, probably. He's coming with 3 monks. He needs a lot of conversions, Nelly. Otherwise, he's gonna raid a lot.
I think Villese can't really take this fight. If the monks start converting a bit earlier, now jumping for it. 1 monk down, 2 monks.
He converted all. I think he did 3 conversions, but is this worth it for Villese? He got a lot of knights before. Look at now the knights. It's not that big advantage anymore, but he killed already 13 villages for 5 for his opponent, and now he's taking 8 village lead. So it seems that it's worth it, that one.
Well, it certainly felt like it. Villese obviously lost a lot of potential damage that he could have done with all those knights, right? Traded off, but certainly villages went down and he basically reset both armies.
Wow, look at the population, 15 population lead. The man will take another village. Now he needs to go back. 2 monks are coming. The knights are going back. He's gonna make the 3rd town center, but Villese is doing 30C as well at the same time, as you can see in the minimap, but we focus in the battle. This is what it matters now. It's converting. No! Didn't convert anything. He lost the monk and now he's trying to go back, because remember that those knights also, well, they get the +2 attack for free.
This is really tough to maneuver for Mr. Yo now. Like the siege monk push here against you not going for any counter siege will make it really tricky. I think we need to see a siege workshop for Mr. Yo.
Yeah, well, also, and the economy difference is already 10 villages. Yeah, he also will borrow, but, you know, it's taking 2 villages with that mangle. 2 villages with that mangle. He has to be really, really careful.
5 kills already.
It can snowball. It's... Oh, man. Well, he's still going, and stone, no stone yet to make a castle. He's gonna keep raiding. Another villager done. No, but a lot of economy idle for Mr. Yo. A lot of economy idle all the time, really.
Yeah. In that town center right now, tower there as well, and so many units just sent in one by one. Now tries to dive for the mangonel potentially, but look at that, Villese. His eyes are all over this area.
Now Villese is dominating right now. He has 11 villages more, 5 army more. The important is that he's attacking all the time, except those 2 knights now. When Mr. Yo attacks his opponent, well, this is the first one in a long time.
Yeah. Instant reaction there. Knights are trying to make something tricky happen, but where should you find some damage? Town centers now up for Villese as well. Strong army in the center. I think we need defensive mangonels to deal with the aggression.
Yeah, well, Mr. Yo is gonna try to make a real counter-attack now. Those knights are going through the right side. He's just not pushing more villages, just with the mangle, keeping those knights there, but he's sending a lot of knights to the right side. Where he's going, he can do some damage. What he's going to achieve, I'm not sure yet. Chain barred in armor, but he doesn't have anything here to defend. He's going to convert. He convert 1 knight. Now need to go to the mangle. He cannot. It's a lot of army and monks. But where's the knight now from Mr. Yo? He's gonna take how many? We don't know, because there's a big battle here. The TC is gonna be down. He's taking so many villages. 21 villages down right now. Chain barred in armor. He's trying to counter-attack. But is this an oath? Well, he's killing a lot too. This is madness.
Uh-oh, gloves are off here for sure. And we see mangonels advancing on that side. The knight still in the base of Villese, but I think he's doing a better job of clearing this one up. And Mr. Yo, wow, he's heavily behind now. Military pretty much reset. Monk conversions here.
Need to clean it. He's gonna clean his converting. He convert 1, he kill 2. He's gonna take both mangoes. But this map is crazy. He's Atacama. Look at the military numbers nearly. Now he has 16 villages more, but you can snowball so much here. Where's the army from Villese? Disappear.
All disappeared indeed. Still more knights now all of a sudden for Mr. Yo. No idea how that happened. Obviously, Villese dove in pretty deep. Took the town center out though. But yeah, look at that. Stone count for both players. Flirting with castle ideas. Now the one put down. And as we mentioned earlier, wood control. The main thing in the mid game.
But let's see, he has the market, Mr. Yo. I don't know if he has the market. I don't remember. The castle is on his face. The stone from Mr. Yo is 612. Oh, that castle. He bought it, but where he's gonna make it? Doing the counter castle. We need to check Mapo the castle. The castle, Mr. Mapo, because he's there. He's coming with the knight. Who is doing this castle probably can't take the game. Even if you see that he's 21 villages more, I don't know what you think. Those knights are amazing. Oh my God, he's forcing him to go back. And the castle is gonna be there for Mr. Yo.
But the house
coming back from the hell?
Well, let's see if the... No chance castle. 25% against now a finished castle here. And look at that, Mr. Yo. He knows he can deny the castle. It sends his 2 knights back. Oh, no. He's sending more vills, man.
He's sending more villages, yes, but now the castle is gonna be so expensive. The castle is gonna be up, probably, but how many villages is losing?
Will it be up?
But attack! Attack with the knights. He's attacking finally now. He's taking absolutely everything. Where's the village now from Villese? Look at the score. The score is almost the same. 1 minute ago, Mr. Yo was 1,000 score behind, and now he's taking the lead in
more villagers, man.
He's sending more.
Total disaster.
It's disaster. It's game over. It can't be damn game over.
And
Whoa!
Villese still 10 vills ahead because he's killing something behind the scene. Pure madness here on Atacama. Game 1.
He's taking all the villages and Mr. Yo didn't notice. Now I'm thinking why he's not ahead in villages. And he didn't see it and he lost all the villages in that town center on the left. Nelly!
22 kills of those 5 knights. That should not happen. You see how much pressure each player is putting towards the other.
It's incredible. It's incredible because Mr. Yo didn't notice. It's still 20 villages ahead after this madness. How many
More vills.
villages he's going to make?
He's just converting. He's clicking them, so the vills are going back. The castle's shooting. Oh god, what a beautiful monk trick.
But you need to wall in a village and try to make a stone wall or something there. Well, I don't know. Anyway, Atacama. Do you understand, guys, now why Atacama is, well, it's Atacama, you know? It's an amazing map. It's a crazy map. This battle says, I mean, we have seen this before.
Yeah.
In this map, and it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Still, obviously, if Mr. Yo didn't lose those villages in this town center, he will be really ahead. But now, check the population. And look at now the madness from Villese. It's crazy.
The raids behind the scenes, right? We saw the big play here where Villese lost 20, but he was ahead. So killing 20 at the same time at the bottom basically meant it is even again. And Villese now really patient, not trying to finish this one. Maybe produce one ram, soak some castle fire, and then try to finish the castle yourself.
Yeah. Well, now Villese is housed at 120 population, but when you are housed at 120 population and your opponent has 82, you are more than fine. He's still attacking. There's more ready. How Villese is doing this?
How is Mr. Yo not seeing this? Oh god, conversions at the front. He's still clicking there. That's more villagers dying. Mr. Yo, what's happening here?
Mr. Yo is going to be defeated or what? 53 villages, Villese 92. Military and army some of the same. Those amount of knights got 24 villages killed. Those 5 knights. Well, it's more. 12 knights. Okay.
Oh goddy, oh goddy, oh goddy. And yeah, those knights, they have to run knights counterattacks at the other side.
And now Villese does it.
Yeah, well, Villese has the better numbers there, is sending those back as well. And neither player with fletching, so those town centers only doing 1 damage per arrow.
You're telling me that that castle was denied without even fletching?
Yeah, crazy, right?
Pretty much, right? Man, it's incredible. Anyway, the game keeps going. In a normal world, in a normal game, in a normal map, this is a second castle, but now that castle is gonna lose more villages again, and now it's a second castle. I was about to say, Nelly, that in a normal map, he deletes.
Wow!
93% deleted.
Wow!
What you recover with 93%? Did you recover any stone?
Yeah,
You don't recover.
7% of 488. It's not a lot, man. Never do math on stream, but it's not a lot.
It's not a lot. But, well, in a normal situation, in a normal map, he shouldn't come back, but let's see. Mr. Yo keep trying. It's incredible. Keep trying and try to make the castle. He's gonna lose a lot more villages, but that castle now, it should be up. That's so many villages being. Oh man, he did it again.
Seems like both castles are outgoing this time, but obviously heavy villager losses again. 50 villagers for Mr. Yo against 90 of Villese now.
Nah, but this raiding by Villese during all the game is incredible. He has been raiding him all the time. All the time. 68 villagers killed, 51 by Mr. Yo, is 17 more. I don't think it doesn't even matter in this game anymore. It's still madness. Mr. Yo is gonna keep trying because, well, he see the score. He was 1,000 score behind before and recovered, so he's thinking, I can do it again.
Well, if you raided once successfully, why not raid a second time here? And you see more and more villagers. It's just, his base is so exposed and it feels like the monks and pikemen were just so slow. The knights just finding damage over and over again.
Oh, this is insane. I mean, how they can keep the focus. I'm tired just only after this first game, Nelly. And look how they're playing. Like, this is incredible. This is incredible. Incredible play there by both players. But we have to say that Villese keep calm after this crazy raid, and then he was raiding with all his own knights. That was beautiful, incredible, but population is double.
Yeah,
pretty much.
How can Mr. Yo know that, right? It's a tricky spot where we can look at the numbers and see, wow, 70 against 120, looking really good for Villese. But it's so tough to judge if you're playing that game because you saw, wow, I killed 20 villagers. Yeah, I lost some in the back, but judging this is basically impossible. It's unlikely that they ever played such a wild game before.
Okay, he's killing some few villages more, but still is double the village, almost 100 villages for 50. Still trying to make some raiding. Military numbers is not that big of a difference, but it's complicated. We see that there is a monk. It's going to be another conversion, or not. Oh man, I hate when that happened, Nelly.
Second armor upgrade now for Villese. Would have loved to see that a bit earlier, but was focusing on the attack upgrade there, and so many more knights. Just so much map control, left-hand side, and those villagers, yeah, they can save themselves. But that's just economy that should be running for Mr. Yo. His income isn't great.
Yeah, he's doing now the +2, Villese. He has been with the +2 knights and Mr. Yo for a while, and this battle is so important. If Mr. Yo is not able to clean those knights, then it's gonna be probably the game. So let's see, he convert one more. He's gonna take a good battle here, Mr. Yo probably, because the other knights are going away. He's not sending all the army together, so Mr. Yo is not... Ooh, it's okay for Villese, actually. Wow. I don't know how he's doing, but he's winning pretty much all the battles.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, right? Lots of the knights went away from the left-hand side. Can we take a look at them, maybe? The blue dots at the left side, were they all super low HP?
Yeah. Oh my god! Amazing move by Villese.
53 HP combined over 4 knights. Holy moly, the
how
micro.
he's controlling that. He's incredible in that kind of battle. Now he's gonna make another castle in this area. What a brutal play. Now he's literally double the population. He's doing another castle, and Mr. Yo is gonna keep trying, but the score is getting closer and closer to 2,000 score difference. I don't know how these cities are going to finish, but about the statement that I told you that, hey, man, I'm gonna win. Mr. Yo is starting really well, Mr. Villese. Now coming with the knights. He's gonna try to raid those farmers, and he will, because he instantly. That's the difference in this game, basically.
Yeah. So crazy, right? He has his eyes everywhere, and he plays with a massive mini-map as well. Maybe at one point we will take a look at the POV and see how some players use different mods and different approaches. And Villese, it feels like an eighth of his screen is the mini-map, so he's always keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, he has a lot of knights here. Look at, you can see how now he's gonna snipe those monks. He's controlling, he converted one, but killed the other monks. This is incredible, but this is GG call. Villese took the first game. What a wild first game, because I don't remember that we had 5 seconds to breathe.
Yeah, not at all. Maybe in the intro, when there was 3 scouts against 3 scouts, but Villese looked so good there, and yeah, it kind of played the game like we wanted to see it, right? The bit longer fuel age there for Magias. I think in all-in, trying to pressure that really unfortunate wood there for Villese could have been a better option for Mr. Yo. He tried to build the 2 towers, but nice defense by Villese.
Didn't even take a single lake at all. And honestly, I think if Mr. Yo noticed that raid, he was in a good spot.
Yeah, I think at least it was even because he was behind, right? And Villese lost a lot of villagers. That castle not getting up. Mr. Yo getting lots of control was a beautiful move by him, but maybe just one slight misstep there in the back cost him the game.
Okay, now we have potentially, you can pick any of the map. After this game and crazy and saw how he react, what do you think Mr. Yo is gonna pick now? Reed Lake, Acclivity, his home maps, he's gonna try to pick one of the others. I know, hard to predict, but...
I think you want to take momentum away from Villese here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to go for the bull now, plays his prepared strategy. Could be something with Bulgarians, could be something with Koreans, as we saw in the qualification, could be Lithuanians, like lots of options there. Certainly depends on how he wants to distribute his civilization on the other map. I think his own map makes more sense than picking one of the others.
Okay, we know now the map. The map is Arabia, which is going for meta, but we already have said that Villese is a meta player. I don't think he's going to feel uncomfortable in Arabia.
Yeah, but also, like, we have to play a lot of maps, right? And I'm a bit surprised, like, that Mr. Yo, I think he would have gone for more wild one, right? Northern Isles could have been something. Arabia, maybe Mr. Yo just found something, maybe has a good idea. Okay, Villese, that's his tendency on Arabia. I will find a good counter to it.
Okay, now we're gonna see what civilization is going to be. We're gonna have there in the screen very, very soon. Man, what a game! What a first game is. Well, I love Atacama, but Arabia. Well, Arabia, it depends a lot also about the civilizations they pick, Nelly.
Arabia plays very differently depending on the civilizations. Obviously, it's like no clear cutthroat civilization that we see every single time. And Villese, 8 out of 10 player in everything.
So whoa! Look at these head-to-head games in 2022. 64% for Villese against Mr. Yo. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah. Villese obviously going try-hard every single time, every single ladder game. That's why improved so much over the last 3 years. And Mr. Yo, well, apparently having the worst end out of the matchup, out of the 2. Nice amount of games, I would say.
Mr. Yo, macro 9, strategy 9. Yeah, I would say that Mr. Yo best one he has is the strategy. Strategy-wise has been always someone really special.
Strategies in the game I'm not that much of a big fan of his drafts, honestly. Like we have seen sometimes him being not having a clear execution plan in like game 4, game 5. So the end of his drafts are something that he maybe worked on in the last month. Certainly we see Villese going for Mayans on Arabia. Feels like a very strong pick.
Okay. We see the Mayans, that is absolutely strong. And Mr. Yo, what is he going to do? We're going to see Hindustanis, maybe?
We have
I mean,
Hindustanis are an option.
He picked Hindustanis, no?
Yeah, he
because
picked Hindustanis.
we didn't make the draft. I don't have the draft in my
yeah.
mind like with the previous series, right?
Yeah.
And it's best of 5. It costs me a little bit more.
Yeah, we also have the task that feels like something we are going to put on acclivity there. And we also have Frigid Lake. Lots of different options. We could see Hindustanis for Frigid Lake as well, but on Arabia.
Well, we saw that matchup exactly in the previous series. I mean, for a long game, it seemed that, well, we saw Hindustanis should be ahead than the Mayas.
Yeah, but pretty different in this sense how the map is shaped, right? Outcrop, we're already starting basically fully walled, right? There are so many big forests around us, so it is easier to get into the late game compared to Arabia, where we can have generations with very few wood lines around our TC and therefore force into more aggression. And that's the area, well, all the time where Mayans shine.
Yeah, I mean, it's take a long way, and in middle, well, and in the start is crazy Mayans. And Mayans is what Villese as a blue has now in game number 2 on the left. And on the right side, Mr. Yo has Hindustanis. As you mentioned, now it's stable up, but he will have to make an RT range quite fast against the Mayans, Nille.
I think so as well. Stable opening here will give him some control. Obviously kills the Eagle quite easily while he can scout as well. Now trades off some HP here as Mr. Villese knows he cannot outrun this. And would upgrade for Villese, so not trying to super rush Castle Age. Even the farm upgrade for our Hindustani player.
Okay, we need to see how the map is for Villese.
Big walls.
And it's big walls. Why I'm talking about the map, because my next question for you, Mr. Nille, is do you think here the market abuse can be a possibility?
Market abuse? Yes, it can be. We have the safe gold there with the berries. This hill is kind of troublesome. I think the early wood upgrades kind of indicates, okay, we are not like trying to super rush Castle Age. Also big walls here. I think we are playing at least some eagles, some archers, and there may be the late market.
Okay, we see 3 scouts there. He's trying to kill a village, but he cannot, because there's 1 spear that is going to arrive in a moment. He's trying to go back, and he's going back. 4 scouts now, and the spear is out of position. I think 1 village will fall, and maybe 2. Oh,
maybe none.
No. Maybe none.
Oh, crazy save.
And he got a lot of HP. That was definitely a very good move by Villese, who seems to be really on point, Nille.
Absolutely. 1-1 KD after this one. Not a single villager falling. Spearman even getting another hit in. And look at that. The low HP villagers moved away further from all those potential raids here. Maybe quick wall gate there. Nah, goes for the house. Is totally fine. Nice defense by Villese.
Yeah, and that's the problem now. The amount of army from Villese is just amazing. 10 right now. 4 for Mr. Yo. Those are, now that he's not listening to me, MBL walls.
Yeah, obviously. Really tight base there. Couldn't really get enough control over the big base simply because the army is already coming. And scouts, not great against the spearman archer mix there. That's why we see the archer range. That's why we see skirmishers. 2 skirmishers are easily defending this, but you need quite some scouts and obviously want to use them for the raiding at the front.
Okay, the scouts for now, they have to run away because there's so many spears. On the right side, there's blue coming with some army. It's 2 army. Well, they get fletching and he might do some damage. There's so many villages on the berry, but it's still open. I never understand why they wall some part of the map so early and then you leave all these open.
Well, it's complex, right? If you wall the right-hand side now without having army there, it's very easy that a villager will get picked off uncontestedly, right? And this one, at least you can send the villager back. Look at that. Micro is looking pretty solid. If the villager now was out walling, he would have been dead.
Oh, wow. You can see, guys, that both civilizations in a 50% rate, but what matters now is that they're facing each other. Let's see what is going to happen. The scouts not going to find any spot to make damage there because the big China walls are done by Villese, so no problem here. And also the wood is still the edge of the map, as you can see now with removing the fog of war. Mr. Yo, well, good resources. Remember, guys, Hindustan is cheaper village, so it's also a good economy civilization.
Let's take a quick look at the stone positioning here for our Hindustani player. Obviously, we are spawning with 2 stone spots, 5 tiles and 4 tiles. That one tries to be included. That one is excluded. So, Gula, not really an easy option. And that's why we don't wall at late times, man.
Yeah, that's really bad now. And look at now, already selling absolutely everything, Villese, and he's gonna click up. It's true that Mr. Yo is not so far for clicking up, but this is already a mess, a real mess. He could do a tower, yes, because he didn't sell the stone like he did his opponent, but his opponent is now pushing. He's having army, he's having a lot more army, and he's on the way to castle it. Nearly Villese is playing really smooth right now, and he has definitely the advantage.
Oh, and 3 scums without the armor might not be enough. Still 4 spearmen there. This could be a better fight for Villese. I'm surprised that Mr. Yo is taking this one.
Oh, he's taking a battle that he shouldn't take. He lost more HP, 1 scout including as well. He needs to go away. He's now on the way to castles. But West, what is going to be now the transition? Because here you don't have knights with Hindustanis. So Hindustanis is good, okay. But when you have a castle up,
well, maybe we have to go for CA, but crossbow numbers obviously way better, and it takes some time to get to the CA. So big question mark here. I love the position for Villese.
yeah, it's really amazing. The archers are on the farmers. The archers are on the farmers. No reactions. It's slow. It's slow, Mr. Yo, today. And he's not reacting with those moments. It's true that he's paying attention in the north, but on the right side or at the bottom, it's taking some damage.
Lion helping out quite a bit here. Seems like Villese is part of the alliance.
Well, the Lion feel that Mr. Yo needs some help, and he's helping a little bit, but now he's going back. Let's see, because population after all this, it's close in economically talking, but military numbers and being the Mayas, what is going to be the transition? I see archers and eagles can put both.
Why not both, right? Because typically against archers, we are trying to build some skirmishes. Eagles really good against those, and aggression just continues. And Mr. Yo, he doesn't get the second kill for the Lion. And Mr. Yo simply not getting the breathing room to wall off the bottom part of the map.
Oh,
probably.
man, look at the economy he has. He bought it even he bought a stone. I don't know if I like that. He want to make some TC, probably.
Wow.
Like he's...
Look at the stone for Mr. Yo. Like full brute force castle here. He's at the left-hand side. He went out there, opened the walls a bit further down from our screen. So it will be the Gulam play, but without any map control. Where do you build the castle?
I think he's going to make it in that hill. I think in that hill.
But that means no gold for you.
Yeah, well,
Gulam costs massive amount of gold.
Well, he's there. He's doing there. He's doing there in that one. He's doing forging as well. There is the crops. He has a potential TC there, but he has no stone to make another TC, so he cannot do anything. Maybe he's gonna sell some wood because he has quite a lot. He's doing another Lambricam, but that Lambricam is not protecting. The archers are coming. The castle is still not tapped, but there is crops also coming from the right side. The castle is the ideal. Yes, the castle, but the position, as you mentioned, not the best. He still have no gold. He sent back 3 villages on gold, so he's now mining a little bit. Squires, how many Gulams you need to face this army?
Well, obviously the big problem is like 5-6 Gulam will be nice, but this army is increasing, right? We see more crossbow in the queue, more eagles in the queue. We have eagle upgrades, and those Gulam only +1/+1. They really need the second armor upgrade.
Yeah, I think that second town center need to happen. He need to clean the army in the south and probably make a TC in the south as well, because it's not a choice. That's a perfect town center.
Yeah.
That's a perfect town
Absolutely
center.
love that one. Eagle trying to chase those skirms away. Gulam now coming in. I think this is the moment where you're always fighting or always dying. I think diving in and trying to kill 2 villagers could be an option. No, he accepts his fate.
Possible now. Well, he's not killing anything there, and seems like Mr. Yo with this situation can stabilize, but Villese is already with a second and on the way to make a third TC. Still having more army, but it's raining less. It's not that much army anymore. Like he's having now the Gulams, some archers, and well, it seems that Mr. Yo can stabilize.
It feels like it. And it also, I have to credit those 4 skirmishes of Mr. Yo. How much they did in the defense, constantly zoning out some archers early on, then some crossbow, and simply allowing more villagers to work all this time, buying his Gulam transition sometime. So, no.
Wow, and now he's doing the +2. He has the +2 Gulams, the skirmishes are coming. Let's see how he's gonna work those, because there's +1/+1, Gulams are there. He's trying to kill the skirmishes as well, and the numbers are, man, they eat everything.
Gulam are simply crazy. Absolutely crazy.
They eat absolutely everything. Still, the numbers are still more, but he's getting there, and it's only 6 villages different. Mr. Yo now, what he should do the transition? More TCs or keep going more and more army, because right now he's still with 7 villages on stone. A second castle forward, knowing Mr. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think going 3TC and thinking about him could be an option, because he, like, mass Gulam is tricky to go for if you have only one castle. 2 castles kind of slows you down a lot. So I think going Imp and then adding a second castle makes a bit more sense. It's tricky. He can't really take damage because he has the Gulam defense, but he can't really do damage because his numbers aren't high enough.
Yeah, well, it's pretty crazy. Let's see, 7 villages difference. The 30C is going to be there already. He needs to clean those eagles, and also maybe some walls. I find it weird because he's not walling anything anymore, so he can get raided. But now he's going with the Gulams. Is there any hole there? It seems to be everything wall. No, it's not wall, but he's not going because there's a monk. Now he's going around. He might find that area. Not sure, because probably he's going to wall in time. The Gulams are going. Now this is still very, very open. So Villese need to wall there, or he will lose quite a lot. We see also how Villese is almost with the stone to make a castle. At home, some Plumartis, he bought it already, a stone.
I think this castle has to be aggressively on the hill. No! I think this is too defensively. The thing is, I feel that if we go into a stable game, mass Gulam, it is too easy for the Hindustani player to play the late game, and they should have the advantage. That's why I feel we need to get rid of those castles, win a trap war in some way, and that's why I wanted to see the castle further forward. I see that it's pretty risky, though.
Yeah, and now he's getting some economy difference at Mr. Yo in his favor. Bozo is already there for quite a while now. The wheelbarrow already done. He took few villages here. Actually, he killed 4 in that situation. 4-2 now. It was 2-0 behind. Now there's going to be some conversion, so he has to commit because those Gulams are kind of trapped.
Can we get a monk? Doesn't look like it here. And, well, they're just running around, trying to be annoying. Most important thing is the boom here for Mr. Yo.
Yeah, let's see how is his boom going. Well, 65 villages. And the good thing is that he's not getting raided anymore, really. So all the pressure is now a little bit, well, it's gone, and Villese has to be careful. Oh, that castle.
Ooh, nice spot.
That castle.
Secures himself the gold on the hill. Monk here was dropping the relic, picked it off again, and is now bringing it home. 2 relics already for Villese. Not unlikely that he will get up to 4, maybe even flirting with 5.
I think he has 3 relics, nearly. He has 2 in the bank, and the other one was dropped. So he has 3 relics already minute 18.
And
let's see the castle. We're going to find out very soon. He's coming with more, but now those Gulams are really scary. He got the squares, he got the +2. He need to go back, but that castle is going to be up there. Transition to Imperial going to be really, really important. We see more farmers for Mr. Yo with wheelbarrow included, and now that army is just cleaning. He's feeling comfortable. The population is getting closer, and this is starting to get a little bit better and better for Mr. Yo. He has a lot of wood. More farms. Sell resources to try to go up, because look at what Villese is doing. It's going to go up.
And Mr. Yo realizes that there will be a rush to Imperial Age, because Mr. Yo just wanted to build a 4th town center here, then thought better of it and replaced it with a mining camp.
Is that relic in the archery range and Villese didn't notice?
It's in there.
Unbelievable.
Maybe he cannot pick it up.
Maybe. Maybe he has
there.
to delete the archery range. Who knows, right? Okay, there's the other. It's kind of weird, but probably he didn't notice. Economy. How is this even possible? Mr. Yo, it's on the way to Imperial with the same villages than Villese. Villese now is going up, but we have seen this matchup before. I mean, if Villese was like ahead with a lot more army or more economy, but in this situation, I'm scared from those Gulams.
Yeah, absolutely madness. Look at that. Monks, 4 monks around. So I don't think Mr. Yo can take a fight, because 4 conversions would just mean Mr. Yo is just getting super clapped in this fight. I think running is the only option.
Yeah, 5 monks is too many. 5 monks is too many. Well, remember that they also have bomber cannons, so Gulams, trebuchets, even high cannoneers, we saw, like, and he has the hill there, but the timing is only 5-second difference. Ah, man, this is so close.
This is the castle that I wanted to see, by the way. And I'm totally fine if he builds the first one a bit more defensively, the second one more aggressively here. And now Mr. Yo has to make a tough decision. He only has 2 castles. What is he producing out of it? Is he going for Gulam? Is he going for traps? Ideally, he wants to go for both.
Yeah, but what do you think will be the first? Because he need to take that castle. The problem is if you go with trebuchet and you slow your production, he might kill your traps.
Yeah. I think we have to go for like 3 traps into conscription, into then Gulam production again. But so tricky to
and he's just disturbing. He has been annoying, trying to get inside and raid. He knows Mr. Yo that if he's getting inside, and he's getting inside, man, he killed that one. He destroyed the house. He can raid now more and more villages. Look at the population. This Mr. Yo is so dangerous as a player. It was looking really bad in the start.
Yeah.
And look at the position now for Mr. Yo. This is crazy.
Yeah, and well, we will go into the analysis,
Yeah,
how we
later.
got here a bit later. It just feels like Villese had such a good lead in fuel age there. Now more Gulams are around. Obviously still Villese, if he kills those 2 castles, he easily wins the game.
Yeah, but he has to kill them. He has blue marches. This is a different with the previous game we saw in the previous series. We almost didn't see from Jordan blue marches. It was missed pretty much eagles. Here we don't see eagles at all. Do you like this decision? Because those Gulams, the archers.
Well, you're chasing them down and you're using your monks a bit more, right? Because now from distance you can scratch those Gulams. Obviously not a lot of damage is coming through, but every single time they want to engage, the monks are threatening conversions.
And now with Villese will be even much better. Elite Gulams and Blast Furnace is going to be fully upgraded. Any of them was doing trebuchets till now, so both prioritize the production as we were talking, but now the trebuchet war will happen. Chemistry, maybe, handcart is having a very good economy, except heavy blow, he got now pretty much everything.
Elite Gulam already finished here. We obviously don't have the last armor upgrade, but they're still extremely good. 6 pierce armor on their own, +2, and not a lot of damage is coming through there from any ranged units. Wong's still doing a good job of converting though.
Converting some, now he need to go back, but we need to focus here, and the Gulams are coming. The Gulams are coming, he's gonna take the trebuchet, and then when he kill that treb, he might kill all the village, all the army, and seriously, this is looking so good for Mr. Yo. So good, because if he's losing that castle, free way to attack his economy, Nile.
Oh man, that castle is going down, and most important thing, that castle means that Mr. Yo will keep all his 2 castles alive and is now trying to build a 3rd one there at the bottom. Gulam production will continue. I think Villese is running out of options.
Mr. Yo, even if the population is almost the same, is looking really smooth right now. The 3rd castle is in the south. There is another castle also as well, but look at now the Echo KD after all this aggression, because it was looking that Villese was doing really damage in the start of the game. He lost only 3 villages, man. 3 villages.
That's sick. That's a sick defense for sure.
That's incredible. Only 3 villages, and now he keep coming now with those Gulams. Population is still more and more ahead. We don't see yet chemistry. And look at the gold. No relics for Mr. Yo, but he has a lot of gold, and he didn't make the Hindustani's upgrade to 10% faster. That's crazy. Okay, he keep coming. I mean, at this point, when you are Mayan's player, I mean, it's frustrating because what you do?
You needed to have a bigger advantage going into pitch. Mr. Yo just did such a good game of defending, getting his eco running, and those Gulams really paid off there in Castle Age and now in Imperial Age.
Okay, he's trying to get inside, and he's getting inside the game. And I'm afraid, really afraid, that the GG call, there you go, has been called 1-1. Mr. Yo came back in the... Well, it's not that he was that behind, but he recovered quite smoothly in LA.
Yeah, and it was simply because Gulam obviously is such a crazy unit. We will see it in the analysis again, right? It was Villese surrounding 90% of the base of Mr. Yo, controlled the gold, controlled the wood, but the main resource in the spot, ironically enough, was stone. And Mr. Yo had 11 villagers on stone, bought some more, got to his castle, and Villese having 1 archer on each stone spot, and he wins the game. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah, I remember that he came through that area from the 2nd stone when we was doing the market. He probably was thinking that he was trying to mine the stone there. Maybe he didn't even explore that stone. I don't remember that he was through that side.
Yeah, maybe
I don't remember.
not.
So maybe he didn't see that stone at all.
Yeah, but
he was coming always to the right side. Sorry.
That simply is the main winning condition of Hindustanis, right? So that has to be one of your thoughts, especially if you saw the set before, where we already saw the same matchup and the Gulams dominating.
Wow. Well, let's focus now in the next potential game, because the maps, whatever map happen, is gonna be great. Frigid Lake, Acclivity, or can be the Bull. I believe it will be Acclivity or Frigid Lake. When we know the map, and hopefully we will know soon, we can talk about the civilization, but remaining civs that we analyze a little bit more. We got the Saracens, always really special civilization. Gurjara, that is scary. Berbers and Incas. Bulgarians, Lithuanians, Tatars, and Koreans. Oh, Koreans for the bull. I smell the bull for Korean for the bull. Who has better civilization for you?
I think it will be Bulgarians for the bull there, and we have the Tatars arguably for, or potentially for Acclivity. And Acclivity is the map, so something like Tatars against Villese. If you could see it again, that would help us out.
We need to see the civs
a bit
again.
more.
We need to see the civs again because we are all
Yeah. Also, like, since we didn't have the, like, once the players do the Civ draft, we are doing a better job of trying to follow them and trying to understand what the next step could be.
Villese is gonna pick Saracens in acclivity.
Has to be Incas or Saracens, I believe so as well.
Yeah.
Just like Kujara, Berber. What could we have on the bull? Is that maybe the Inca map? Saracens acclivity makes lots of sense. I think so as well.
I think he used it versus Cito. It was Villese versus Cito. And it was Saracens. He played really, really well.
Okay.
Well, for that, I remember that one. So Saracens versus Tatars. If was that one that we're going to discover very soon, what do you think is better?
I think Tatars is easier to play, and it is easier to die to Saracens at the same time. Because Saracens, it is tricky to find out what they are trying to play, right? They are using the market. Typically, if you trade resource in the market, it has a 30% tax. With Saracens, it's only 5% tax. Therefore, you can just make wild tech switches, can go into CA, can go into Knights, can go into Scouts, Archers, Monk Rush, whatever your heart desires. And it is tricky for your opponent to scout, because seeing 15 villagers on gold, it still could be anything. And Mr. Yo goes for Lithuanians.
Whoa, Lithuanians in this one. Well, the opening can be very solid, as we know. Skirmishes that are faster, spears are faster. How do you feel about it? Well, I like it because I remember that 2 relics per player in this map are spawned more or less fair and close to the map, so it can be a good choice.
Yeah. Kind of guaranteed 2 relics because they're so close to your starting base. Then there's one on the hill in the center. So that could be an option. I think the main factor is you start with another additional 150 food, allowing you to either get a military upgrade earlier, deco upgrade earlier, or what we see often, like adding 2 scouts, easier transition, and then going into skirmishes that run faster, that could potentially chase down armies that include archers and skirms of Villese.
Okay, let's see what Villese is. We need the confirmation because now maybe it's another civilization, but I just want to see the game.
I think Berbers could also be an option. And
There you
Saracens.
go. Saracens. Well, he played incredibly well, and if he has, since we always say that he's a meta player and he has a build order specifically, this civilization is super, super hard to stop.
Does he have a mouse pad from Redbull Wololo 3?
I think
so.
Well, let's see, because we are, ladies and gentlemen, in game number 3, Villese Saracens, Mr. Yo, Lithuanians. As a blue, Villese is in the south. And it's opening, we will see how it's opening because I miss it a little bit. RT range, while Mr. Yo in the north is opening stable or RT range as well.
It was
stable. Is stable, but he will make an RT range quite fast nonetheless.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially when the pressure is coming. Something that I already saw is that Mr. Yo's map will be really tough to wall. Yeah, he has 4 woodlines, but naturally only 2 of them can be really included in walls. Look at the gold at the front, Barry's kind of open there, and this will be really tough. I think he needs to play hyper aggressively in this one.
Well, it's a civilization that invited you to do it. But man, this is what happened with the Saracens. The market in minute 1. Remember, guys, that the Saracens is, well, minute 2. The Saracens is 75 only would cost for the market. It's so cheap, and the most important is not what it costs. The market is what you can do with it.
Trade the resources there. Scouts now coming in there, trying to be annoying. Market, I think a bit unintentionally, but actually working out pretty well. How it blocked off to the woodland there, therefore the scout arriving a bit later, and yeah, he didn't even scout the woodland there. And villagers could be able to finish this area here.
But he should go back. That's not good. This is not good. He might lose now a villager. It's to a scout. If he micro properly, he might lose it. That was a little bit sloppy. If you ask me, for Villese, he's going to lose a villager, and another scout is coming. He might lose a second, no, because the spear is there, but already did some damage, and so many villagers already idling by Villese there.
What's happening? That feels so weird. Like 2 villagers from the right-hand side, 2 villagers from the left. Market now being used. Resources, look at that. Already thinking about castling.
Yeah, he's trying to go castling. He sold the stone already. He sold absolutely everything. But this inside with 2 scouts, he's going to lose another village. This is not good for Villese. And now Mr. Yo is doing the damage. Definitely doing the damage. He's 3 villages already in 3 minutes. He's on the way to castling. You expect that. But Mr. Yo is doing the damage. And if there's a player that loves to play aggressive and full feudal, that might be Mr. Yo. But is this an old damage?
He is at least guaranteeing himself to get control over Villese's base, right? Because now he can have like 2-3 skirmishers camp on the hill in front of the archer range, and Villese will never do the damage. Villese won't find the timing here, which is the most scary thing. If we arrive at Castle Age, both of the players, it's likely that Lithuanians have the better economy, the better setup for the long game, and if they clear up the army of Saracens, they run out of options.
Well, I mean, if we check, he's doing the market himself, but Mr. Yo, 22 on foot. 22 farmers, maybe some on berries and some on deers as well. 22 on foot, 2 on gold, 9 on wood. Obviously, completely different composition and build order for Villese because he's using the market. He's doing now the stable. I don't know if Mr. Yo can see that stable. Can we see the Fog of War Mapo on from Mr. Yo?
Double stable even. Double stable.
He didn't see
only 4 archers.
Stable. Whoa.
Maybe Mr. Yo, though, should have gotten the information if he clicked the town center. He could have seen that there was no fletching, only 5 attack, no 5+1, therefore knowing that there was no archer all incoming. So I think if Mr. Yo thought about that, he could know that it's actually not going to be a cross walling.
Yeah, but now he need to wall, and he's not walling. The archers are just there just to avoid the wall, Nelly, and wait for the raid. That Village is gonna wall. He need to delete that one and make a house. He's gonna make it. He did the house. He see the archers. Now he's gonna see that this
still not fletching.
Without fletching, exactly. And double stable and maybe siege workshop forward.
Ooh, not
right away.
Impossible. I'm not sure if he has the economy. He just the streets of those monastery. Wants to steal the relic from the center of the map, apparently. Ooh.
Yeah, well, at least don't let him to get anything extra because 2 is already a node. Double stable. The problem is, Mr. Yo might go directly monastery as well, right? Okay, 40 Village, he's ahead, but he still don't see the fletching. There's no fletching, so let's see if he's gonna.
But still, armor for the skirms. Mr. Yo is reading this game incorrectly. And that's what we said earlier. It is so easy for Saracens to screw up with your mind. You show the archers, Mr. Yo is preparing against the archers, and suddenly knights knock on your door. There's no answer.
Yeah, he has no answer, but he's gonna make double. But now you can make the houses, because since there's no fletching, no problem. So he's gonna be walled. He's gonna be walled.
He's not walled, it's still full open, man.
Everybody's walled in this area, but Villese is now stubborn and he's attacking all in this area. And the map is completely open, and Villese is here. It's gonna stay here and here and here. Why? Because if we put Villese's point of view, Mapo, please, Villese's point of view, he doesn't know if he's open, if he's walled, because he didn't explore that area for a long time, and he's still in this spot when his opponent, it was completely open, and now he's walling, and they were crying. But the siege workshop is in top of that hill, Nelly, and trying to take that goal. The thing is, can Mr. Yo see another goal? We need now the Fog of War to see if he can see the other goals.
Oh,
that one.
But that's the exposed one. His proper second gold was not scouted by him.
Didn't see it. He didn't see it. The monastery is already there. Military numbers. It is scary. 16-9. But he got 4 camels, 4 knights. Even siege is scorpions. A tower there would be good, Nelly. Or it's not enough.
Oh, we don't want to do that, but we need to more behind it, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, he need to go back and didn't make any walls, any tower, any defense. He's gonna try to convert. The Villese are going. Villese is going all aggressive.
No
Mr. Yo didn't convert, and there is nothing here that he can stop that army, or Mr. Yo is gonna make magic again.
How can he do magic? He has 4 spears, 5 skirmishers.
And then he counter. He tried to counter Red, but he cannot. He's gonna get converted. He's walling! He's walling with the palisade gate there, and he convert now the knight. This is the difference. At home, he didn't convert absolutely anything, but then when he went forward, he got converted. It's like double the population, let's say.
Oh god, and now going into pikemen again simply because he doesn't have any gold control, didn't really scout the second spot, and look at how much cavalry is still open or left here, and it felt like the second knight got converted there as well.
Yeah. Well, he's doing a TC on the goal. He still didn't see the other one that is safer. He did the pikeman upgrade. Pikes are great, yes, when you have pikes, because he got 4. 4 is definitely not a node, but at least he can avoid the raiding. He's doing another barrack, and now squires. And squires, those are like knights, man. They have like husbandry. Those are so fast. I mean, those pikes are super fast. Remember, guys, that Lithuanians spears and skirmishes are just faster. And he's coming now with a ram. A ram, I don't like that one. It's the resources you are spending, and you're gonna lose that ram.
Well, you will lose it against Mangonel eventually. You should never go for more than 1 ram there. It takes out houses a bit faster than Mangonel, though, so I don't mind it too much. But yeah, it felt like Mangonel was the bit more clear spot. Maybe he was lacking some gold. Relic still the big question. Soon we will see 3 for Villese. too high up on the base of Mr. Yo.
Yeah, but let's see if he's gonna take them. Double monastery, yes. He's coming with the monks. He's going with the pikes. The game, amazing. Population, how's possible? Mr. Yo is ahead to Villese. He has the same army. He stabilized. He did the magic. He did the magic. How? We don't know. But he always do the magic, or almost always. He convert now one camel, and now he's gonna take probably the monks. Even if he convert the skirmishes or he lose them, these skirmishes are worthy.
And this is crazy, right? How much defense he got out of them in game 2 there early on the Arabia, and now maybe the monk.
The monk is killing. He's killing the monk. It's very important to kill those monks. Now the Mongol is there. So many pikes, 3 villages more. This Mr. Yo, I don't know how he's doing, but he's stabilized already, and he has 2 town centers nearly. So his economy is quite fine right now.
Pretty sick. At one point,
Oh
I
my
thought this game
God.
was ending any second, and again, we see some raids, this time the other way around. Mr. Yo finding some, and Villese is not
He's not reacting. He's not reacting. I don't know if you saw that. This is another town center. Great to see on the main goal. Now he wallet. Okay, but he's now 6 villages behind. 3 town centers. And if the game goes longer, with a little bit better economy now for Mr. Yo, Saracens or Lithuanians, Nelly?
It's so tricky, right? If it's early in, Saracens have a really nice timing. Again, Mark use can be pretty nice. Plus, we have the Arbalest. If the game goes super long, Hussar, Skirm, like the trash option is so much better for the Lithuanian player.
It is very good. It is very good. Did he take the relics? Villese got 3 relics. He's still not getting any relic, Mr. Yo, but he's not doing nice. He's now for now on pikes and monks. With that army, Villese cannot do too much. He cannot do that. He needs now redemption.
Yeah, the game will stabilize, I believe. I think this game will go to it. There's no
It's
way
possible.
to really do damage from now on.
It's really possible. The 30C is coming now for Villese, but Mr. Yo, I'm sorry, but I'm going to disagree with you. Look how many villages he has on his stone, Mr. Yo. He's gonna try to make a cast forward. No, I'm thinking that knowing him and more on a stone, he's gonna make a defensive castle or going crazy.
I think it has to be a defensive lightest play. Like forward castle, he simply doesn't have the mobile army. Yeah, Pike, what is that? 1 Mangonel, 3 Monks.
Yeah.
There's no way you can go aggressively with that.
And to be honest, he doesn't really need to go forward at this point. I mean, he seems to stabilize. He has a good economy. Oh, but he's doing
Look at the
redemption.
point of view. A bit higher here, he didn't see that relic.
Yeah.
That is the point of view of Mr. Yo.
Yeah.
Ooh, will be 1 against 4 most likely.
He didn't explore. He has 1 relic now. He's doing redemption.
neither.
Wheelbarrow. He didn't see that relic. He has to explore. He didn't. There's 1 skirmish exploring. Villese is using that skirmish to gather information, but military numbers still similar. Now it's coming with the camels. There's the castle, as you were talking, Nelly. It's defensive. He's at home. He need that 1, but the monks are already there to defend that Mangonel. Not in the right position, too far. He need to come, but that army with the pikes, with the Mangonel, with the monks, he's gonna be able to stop all that. Need to go back.
Redemption.
The monks are coming. Redemption is already there. Redemption is already there. The redemption is already there. He's trying to convert. He converted, and now he's gonna try to kill the monks or not? Well, he's gonna kill a lot. He's not gonna kill a lot. If he's shooting, he's gonna take the monk. Taking another. The castle is gonna be up. He need to go away, or Villese is gonna lose absolutely everything. Villese is almost the same. But he took some. Ooh, and again it's happening, but now he noticed, Nelly.
Wow, but still, like, that was 6-7 villages
Yeah.
going down, so nice raids by Villese again. Pushed away indeed here, and, well,
And
now
he killed it.
an upgrade that we very rarely see, but could make sense in this spot here. Extra range for town centers for Lithuanians in Castle Age. That would mean that a Mangonel push at any spot on the map is not really an option anymore.
Yeah, let's see. But you want to delay your transition to Imperial? You know, I mean, it's kind of complicated. Let's see that. He's mining stone, his wall, and the pikes are coming. The economy can stabilize, and now if he's using a lot the market, ooh, he's going aggro. He's gonna go latest. He is going latest. He's doing the bloodline. He's gonna make another TC, and instead of going directly to Imperial, which Villese is trying, it seems that Mr. Yo is gonna go full aggressive now. Thoughts about that, Nelly?
Interesting for sure. Is going for another TC here at the top. Light is obviously buying himself some time if he wanted to, well, face some aggression in Castle Age, but Villese is going towards Imp. Mr. Yo, I don't think he can do a lot of damage here in Castle Age.
Oh, but I think now the second castle is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be aggressive. We will see. He's 9 villages behind. Military armor is almost the same. Trying to convert the camel, but he's not going to. Oh, he converted in the last second. He need to go back, or he's gonna convert back as well because there's more monks. He's converting another. Not anymore. Pikes and late is coming. He's trying to kill as much as possible. The monk is going to convert another knight. And there's a lot of going on. Nellies, both are attacking each other. The archers might help a lot. But Mr. Yo keep doing more and more upgrades. I don't think that he can go Imperial anymore, Villese, because there's so much army coming.
Yeah, but he defended all the army, right? He got all the conversions. I think this is not what Mr. Yo really needed with his stone. I think now the castle has to be more defensively, and that means Villese, I think, should get the hill in the center. Mr. Yo decided to build the castle at the right-hand side.
The castle very, very defensive at the back. He's doing a skill bar and armor. Still, I feel that he's not enough farmers for the play that probably Mr. Yo need, and that's why now he's spamming a lot more farms in that town center. This is 4 town centers for both, but 15 villages ahead, and Villese is about to go up to Imperial, so really Mr. Yo need to do something else. Otherwise, the advantage is solid for Villese.
And as we all know, Saracens, we think of them as a market civilization, but technically they're actually a camel civilization, and camels should counter those lighters, those cavaliers, if we were going for them. So Villese will have the answer to those traits.
Well, they have a lot. I mean, they have camels, they have hussar, they have barbarians, they have bombard cannons, siege rams, they have their tech except halberdiers, they get everything. Well, let's see now. The ladies are ready in those villages, and it's still 12 villages ahead. For now, Mr. Yo is not even thinking to go up. He's doing all the economy upgrades, but we see a very, very important castle in the middle of the map because he's on the way to Imperial. And how you take that castle down now if you are on Mr. Yo position? You don't.
You don't. You have to play the long game here. And Lighters, as you saw, upgrades are really important in Age of Empires. Only one defense upgrade there against basically 2 attack, 2 armor, and bloodlines. Really dominant win there for the Lighters. But don't think that will repeat itself once Villese gets all his upgrades on the camels.
Those archers don't have ballistic. He's still doing more and more ladies. Those ladies has, 2 relics. He did 40, so they are +3. He's trying to raid, but he's still 10 villages behind. What I love here from Villese is that he has been using the market, yes, but his economy is amazing. Like 100 villages will borrow Bozo. He's just missing a heavy plow, but he's playing pretty well. Yeah, the great economy for Villese too.
Setting himself up quite nicely indeed, and heavy camel upgrade obviously will take some time. I think could easily be afforded after this one. Maybe another conversion here. And Villese, I think he will be happy with how this game is going. Mr. Yo, still quite some minutes away from even clicking.
He keep doing more and more ladies. He's trying to probably raid, but when he noticed that his opponent is in Imp, then what? It's true that he doesn't have a great economy in the bank. Like, he cannot make right now Botkin or Arval is upgrade. I mean, he has good amount of archers. He cannot make heavy camels. This raiding is paying off because it's forcing him to do a lot of farming, so he doesn't have resources for the upgrades.
Oh, but that's just even, right? I think if we trade off or continue trading off camels against the lighters, that is kind of fine for Villese. I just would love to see some more upgrades. He is getting bloodlines, or he got bloodlines now +1/+1. I think he's okay defending that like this.
Okay, remember guys that those ladies just ignore all the armor, and now we see more stone for Mr. Yo. The castles are all being defensive. He cannot go forward anymore, even more with his opponent in Imperial. Imperial that is giving to Villese for now nothing. Just 1 trebuchet, but he's losing villages now. And Mr. Yo is getting now ahead, taking the lead, killing so many villages, raiding all the time, not letting Villese breathe, and his economy cannot grow nearly. So he's in Imperial with 30 farmers. Well, now Mr. Yo got 54 farmers, 27 villages on goal, and very, very soon will go up to Imperial. While now Villese, to get the heavy camel upgrade, he needed to sell the stone.
500 stone gone, and I like that decision a lot. Obviously, heavy camel, as we said, extremely long upgrade. Takes 100 seconds to finish. Lightest raid number 10 or something on this side happening, but I think the camels are ready this time.
Okay, let's see, because he's now trying to kill that castle. He's repairing, obviously. He's getting time. He's about to go up to Imperial. Population is almost the same. And who is getting the lead here? Who has the advantage in the lead?
I still have to give it to Villese, barely though. Well, will be without castles, right? And if we see those fall, that would be really tricky. Another good fight for the lighters.
But this is a great battle for the latest because he's taking many of them, and before the heavy camel upgrade, now he need to go back because he knows that he's going to lose them, and maybe he can take some of those. He's coming now, trying to kill the trebuchet. He's gonna kill one on the trebuchet. Please, he killed it. How he didn't repair that one? And now no stone for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo is doing the +2, so those ladies are gonna be +4 already, but. He's at the limit as well, Yo. He needs to mine a lot more gold. He has only 12 on gold now.
Finally, Heavy Camel will deal with those lighters. And look at that. Again, the same rate over and over again, but this time with the 8 of some pikes.
Wow, population is almost the same. A little bit more army for Villese. A little bit more Villese. Ooh, what we're going to see here? Skirmishes.
Ranges. Interesting choice.
Skirmishes. Botkin, well, the skirmishes are very strong. If he's doing also the castle tech is they're amazing. +6 they can get.
Oh, the relic.
The
relics.
But he got
That's
it.
the monastery. Yeah, but he has one relic here.
Okay, yeah.
That could be -1 attack for all his lighters.
He has to be careful. He has to be careful to move those relics, but he's coming out, so he's trying to disturb. 152 for both. It's exactly the same population. It's not close. It's the same. It's still 36 farmers, but Mr. Yo doing the least skirmishes, now the hand card, and it's still with so much farms.
Not the MTC, by the way. Don't get scared there, only because we see 3 TCs traveling down town center. Elite skirmishers there at the front will finish as well. And this is a nice raid now in the back. I think he needs to send the crossbow back.
Yeah, the raiding is amazing. He is still killing more villages. He's already double the village kill by Mr. Yo. Population is still close, but he's getting time. I mean, he has not get any raid at home. Now we see Ballistic, Thambri, Handcard. So, if the combination is latest and skirmishers, still you think that they're still ahead, Mr. Yo? Sorry, Villese, because Villese has 15 crossbows, still no +3. Now the relic is gone, Lily. That's important as well. He didn't move. Wow, what a game.
If Lithuanian gets to their Dream Army composition in Imp, there will be better. And you said 152 against 152. Now it's 146 against 146. This is so close, man.
It's very, very close. But let's see now Mr. Yo base, Mr. Mapo, because the other relic can be in danger to be lost as well. Is he spamming the skirmishes there or not? He's doing the +4. The Crobos are now eating the town center. They are starving and they are eating the TC. What is this? Don't lose the army, because now don't have so many... But man, he's taking a lot here. At the back, both are attacking each other. I feel that here this is so important because all the farming is there as well.
It's impressive how Mr. Yo, although he lost so much ground there, still keeps reasonable food income. Just a second ago, he had over 40 villagers on food and just keeps his eco running while resting quite a bit.
Yeah, and now a lot of idols here. What happened in front? There is a castle on the right, but this area... Ooh, he's taking the relic. He's not only dropping, but now he's sneaking and taking the relic. That's definitely not good for the long run. He's doing the tower shield that is the upgrade for those skirmishers, and let's see what he can do with them. Those are very, very strong, but now you cannot have all the skirmishers against camels. You need something else.
Pikemen coming from the right-hand side, scaring them away. And going for the next monastery could mean +0 extra attack for our Lithuanian player.
Let's see what is he going to do, because he can do now bomber cannons as well, but this is plate guarding armor, hand card, population ahead, Mr. Yo. How? I don't know how he's ahead, but the pikes are coming. The next upgrade probably is gonna be the halberdiers. He has 1,400 stone and the pikes are there. Mr. Yo is still trying to hold, and if he kills those camels, might kill also the trebuchet, and that will be a huge loss for Villese, who is now going back, but he's doing farmers in the middle of the map. Like a BL strategy, man.
Seems like it. Well, he got raided like 6-7 times in the back, right? Maybe I will just switch up my strategy and build farms at the front.
Okay. Well, I see now how he's sending millions of villages in the right side, but man, he cannot see the castle and those villages are going to die. He's losing all the villages here because he wanted to make a super aggressive, greedy, even castle. He's losing. Oh my God, Mr. Yo is losing absolutely every single village because he's fighting in this area and trying to take down the camels. What was that, Dilly?
First time we see an actual difference in population for quite some time. 20 population lead now for Villese, kind of stabilizing there, gets an idea on how to defend the right-hand side. Center still looking okay, but getting raided at the farms, switching into skirms himself and raiding at the top. Villese is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, but he's getting ready. He's going now with the camels. It's true that the army that he's using now, Mr. Yo, is very cheap. It's only halves and skirmishes at the moment, but can with that army do the job? And where's the helps? Because he's doing the upgrade, but I don't see the helps.
Oh, we
many.
have 6 on the field. That's really not too impressive indeed. Arbalest tech is now coming in. Traps, how many survived? Still 3. Should still be fine to threaten that castle. And Mr. Yo, if he wants to kill those traps, those lighters are going to die.
Yeah, he probably need to make some bomber cannon, but doesn't have a lot of gold at all. And no wood either. There's no resources for Yo. He lost so many Villese in that one. Still 120 Villese, and those traps are gonna take that castle. He needs something, and he's not taking. If he's losing that castle and also the monastery, that's the last relic. No, the relic is on top. Okay, let's see if he's gonna be able to take those. Halberdiers are there. Are fully upgraded? No, not even there. Any armor for those halberdiers, and the arbalests are there. Skirmishes are coming. The halves will deal with those camels, and this might be a good battle for Yo. The halves are so good, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the perfect fight for Mr. Yo, right? Skirmishers dove in for the Arbalest. Barely any Arbalest left, while the Halberdiers dealt with the camels here. I really like this fight for Yo. He still has to go back because he lost the fight, but this was really cost efficient.
I think it was. Now he need to convert, but he want to take the traps. He's not taking. Where's the halves? He need to send the halves. At the end, I'm not that sure if it was that great because the castle is down and the halves is still there. He could have sent it, but he didn't. It's still almost the same army, and Mr. Yo is not ready in Villese at all. In this situation, Villese might feel very comfortable, but maybe not because he's a boss.
Ooh, taking a big zip here. The monastery there at the front still pretty problematic. Now builds another defensive castle, and Mr. Yo, how he's shaking his right hand, it feels like his mouth maybe have some technical issues. Obviously the Iceman not losing any focus here, and we continue with the game.
The Iceman, like you just call it him, has 6 stone centers, while Mr. Yo only 2. 6 stone centers with the Saracens, you know, 6 stone centers, 2 castles, doing the 3rd castle, 2 TCs for Mr. Yo, 3 castles for Mr. Yo as well. Oh man, population is still almost the same. I don't know who is gonna take this because now the 5th relic might be for Villese as well.
That would be crazy, absolutely crazy. We are losing some ground in the center though here for Mr. Yo, and if you lose that much control of the center of the map, Villese can basically decide when are we taking fights and where are we taking fights, and it's impossible for Mr. Yo to always react perfectly.
What about Hussars here for Mr. Yo? And try to make some ready. And I know that there's camels, but the league Hussars only cost food, and the gold he has, where do you want to spend now?
Well, it's tricky, right? Against Arbalest, yeah, they are fine, but with the camel buffer, it's not too exciting, and we've seen it earlier, Villese already some castles there for the defense, so will be tricky, and does he really have the time to tech switch here?
Well, let's see. The problem is that Mr. Yo will have to raid at some point, but explain me, Nearly, how it's possible that with all this raiding, losing the middle has to move all over the map. Mr. Yo, 190 population, more population than Villese. You can't, so we keep going with the action.
It's impossible. He is just absolutely crazy. And like, Villese is constantly pressuring him, right? Like, constantly trading off armies, taking great fights one after another. And Mr. Yo pop limit, it's just unexplainable.
It's brutal. I would like to see, or better say, Mr. Yo would like to see some bomber cannon now. Also, he would like to see some houses, because now, after that castle being down, he's housed in 180 population, but the traps might be down, and that's really good, because the gold is not going to be there forever. I know, he has 4 relics, but this is 600 gold down. And the bomber cannons, it's happening. Chemistry as well. And the Hussars are going to appear here for Mr. Yo. The light caps is coming. This is plate Bardin armor. Remember that this is Wind Hussars. And, well, they don't have the +4 attack, but they are still very strong if you raid them. And, well, keep pushing little by little. I don't know, man, but this game doesn't seem to be finished anytime soon.
That's so true. If we look at the numbers, obviously Mr. Yo is looking pretty hot, but if we look at military, 66 against 50, the small number next to it, the 7.2 and 3.6, that is the army value, giving you an idea on how much they invested to get to that army. And that really shows you the army strength's a bit better than looking at the pure number.
He's doing now the Hussar upgrades. So let's see if now with those Hussars bomber cannons, a lot of skirmishes, all the upgrades. Both players got all the upgrades. No, he's missing quite a lot of armor for those Arbalests, Nearly. He's missing 2 upgrades. Now he's doing the chemistry and a lot of army for both players, as you mentioned. But this is static army here from Villese, not really. He has a lot of Lycas as well. I wouldn't be surprised that we see Hussars as well. And he still have now 60 farmers, even more than Mr. Yo. He still have 5 relics now. well, it's ideal position for Villese.
Absolutely, but still, we mentioned it earlier, if we are running out of gold, even 5 relics might not put you over the line there. Lithuanians absolutely crazy, right? Inside, we also see lots of units going there. Seems like some trap war at the bottom, maybe some bombard cannon movement. Look at that, 6 traps on one screen.
3 trebuchets from each player, 3 trebuchets from each player. That is going to be down. No, he didn't. He's not repairing, but he's standing light caps. Now doing hussars, masonry, all the armored blast for him. What is this game? The trebuchets for Mr. Yo are definitely going to be down, but what is happening in the middle? It's gonna take that castle. Bombard cannons, probably. I prefer to take down this castle than the other trebuchet there, because here his economy, Nelly.
Yeah, absolutely. If he can free this area, it would be so nice for him. More raids at the top. Feels like it's being dealt with the traps. A bombard cannon there would have been really nice, but obviously fighting everywhere. You can't micro bombard cannons at 3 different ends.
Yeah, and we see also now some good raiding here for Villese. This is very, very good, because there's not raiding yet on Villese's economy, so Mr. Yo might have a problem. 70 farmers. 70 farmers for Villese. Well, Saracen's great economy with the market, but if you have this economy, it's gonna be definitely a good position for Villese. But army now for Mr. Yo, and this is the mic of the Lithuanians. One of the best civilizations in terms of trash army, Nelly.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the upgrade there for the skirms, more armor as mentioned before, faster moving skirms and halberdiers. We have the winged hussars as well, finding some nice kills here. So Lithuanians, we really like to see them go late game. But Villese can still squeeze in some crazy units. Crazy thought, mem? What do you think about champions from Saracens?
Champions? Well, can be very good. You force your opponent to big hand cannoneers, and there is not gonna be goal enough for Mr. Yo at all. So let's see if he's gonna think about going champions, because champions obviously will kill absolutely all those beautiful trash units. But now he's coming with so many halves, coming with so many skimmers. He's gonna take those bombard cannons. He will, and the trebuchet probably as well. The good thing with this is that doesn't matter too much. With the resources Mr. Yo got right now, 3,000 wood in the bank, is spamming hussars, because he's spamming and now raiding as well. He doesn't care too much to lose that. He wants to take the castles down, and this is an absolutely beast, no, an amazing game already.
Oh god, and that castle is finally going to fall. Both players really struggling to keep their population high. Around 150 here for Mr. Yo. Takes out that castle. Has to be happy about that. Next steps, tough to really see. It feels like Mr. Yo needs to stop the bleeding, needs to control those raids at the right-hand side.
Yeah, because the villages from Mr. Yo are kind of disappearing now. The KD, the Echo KD increased a lot to Villese now. A lot, really, really a lot. Trebuchet killing the siege workshop. We don't see this often. Well, he has no stone, because that he's gonna mine. What about some bombard towers? Bombard towers put with trash units. They have bombard towers.
Yeah, it's just such a big
I want to see them.
right?
Want to see them.
And we can explain new capture age a bit more. 4th column from the right, you see the 6K versus 6K. So we learned, okay, that is roughly the number of army value. So pretty even, but the number under it is the part of it that you needed to invest in gold. So only 13% of all the gold investment for Mr. Yo is gold, and that number won't increase much more simply because gold income is pretty bad, and that army is what we call trash.
Okay, and now there is DC that is gonna happen. It's getting raided more and more. This is the thing. Mr. Yo is recovering the middle, but in the middle, Villese is raiding on the left and on the right. During quite some time. That's why he dropped it to 85 villages. And Mr. Yo has a big problem, Nelly. He doesn't have 6 stone centers like Villese to recover. He just did now the 3rd. Oh, and the 4th. Okay. Good timing. Good timing here. And he keep going. Man, with those hussars, he's not going to stop this army from Yo.
43 hussars here. Halberdier count is 40. That's not looking too pretty. 17 arbalists to help out. Traps at the front, a bit unprotected, are going back. I don't think Villese can take this fight.
Let's see. He's trying to get the fight. His skirmishes are now too far. He needs to go forward. This is just now pure micro after 50 minutes, 20 seconds. The score. Don't forget about the score, because we saw how some game in the previous series the score was important. It's important as well. The amount of army for Yo is insane, with only 87 villages, and now he's doing 2 extra TCs more. He's gonna be 5 tone center. He's trying to find the relics because he's moving to the left, to the right. He's maybe trying to find the relics. Where's the relics? I want the relics, but with this army, maybe the relics are not needed. He needs to protect the bombard cannons. Those bombard cannons are really important, and he is protecting the bombard cannons.
Oh, can he save all of them? Looks like all of them are saved, and 15 hussars died.
He's controlling the army like God, really. 100 army, he controls everything. Now he's ready here with the Hazard. What is happening in this game? Please, Mapo, let's go to the middle. The rating here is amazing, but now these crazy bomber cannons with the traps, he get that hill, he take everything here, and he's going directly to Villese base.
I think Villese needs like 2-3 bombard cannons to address this army, because then bombard cannons will be weaker. The traps can't really put themselves there. Another big raid, and I think that should be a winning fight for Mr. Yo. So villagers really in danger. Traps, I think they can dive a bit out of position here, are the halberdiers.
Okay, let's see. The bomber cannon is trying to hit the arbalest. How many halberdiers? This is a lot of farming still for Mr. Yo. I think Mr. Yo should build now here barracks, skirmishes. I don't know what you think, because now all his buildings are super far.
Yeah.
The reinforcements is too late, and nearly
We see the champ tech.
infantry.
We see the champ tech here. It will obviously take some time. We need to work through several upgrades, but I feel like that could be a nice unit. We have 900 gold in the bank, we have 50 farmers, and this army of Mr. Yo will just die to 30 champs. And look at that big tech switch.
Man, he's doing now that change, and let's see if he's gonna be a node. It's not 70 farmers anymore, it's 51, which is still okay. Man, if we see champions and we see bomber towers, professional masters, you know, really, I mean, what is this? Now he's going back. He has to be careful with those skirmishes. This is a big battle, and a good battle for Yo. Why? Because as we were mentioning, there's no barracks here to reinforce. You know, there's no army now. Where's the help? They are far. He need to make buildings. With no buildings in that area, he's gonna have problems to advance, and now it will take a while for Mr. Yo, and really the score difference is starting to be brutal.
Yeah, indeed. For everyone who just tuned in and missed the epic set of our opener today, 1 hour 15 minutes is the mark where we will stop the game no matter what happened before, and whoever has the highest score is going to win the game. Maybe something Villese is already thinking about.
Well, if the thing's going like this, that is gonna just only increase. It's like close to 3,000 score difference. There's a lot of farming for both players. He's starting to do all the upgrades. You know, he's starting to do all the upgrades. Probably it's not needed, but bomber cannon down, and you don't want to lose the bomber cannon when you have 0 relics. He's still mining gold, but those are very, very expensive, and he's losing now another bomber cannon.
Where the halberdiers, man. Numbers really low, 19, only 1 more in production. All those skirmishes are going to die. This is beautiful for Villese.
It's amazing for Villese. It really looks like Villese can take this game. It's still a goal in the bank, a stone in the bank, but we don't see the production. 23 halves, only 2 more in the queue. 1 bomber cannon, but he's getting ready all the time. Look at the Echo KD, 135, 85. That's quite a lot.
Really ambitious skirmishers here. 2 hussars, nice ground attack. Some skirmishers are dying, but that's totally fine for Mr. Yo. He has 1,000 gold in the bank, not really going for much more.
The cemetery upgrade? What? No. That was now changed in castles. Okay, that's for the trebuchet to do more damage. Let's go. And now what happened now with those halberdiers? Well, he has no siege, so... Well, he has 4 traps, but where are the trebuchets? I don't know. He's sending now back population, 130 population, 185 for Villese. Need to go back. This is game.
Mr. Yo down to pop 120. It was just 200 against 200, but it felt like having the composition of Arbalest and Hussar was better than the more immobile Halberdier and Skirmisher composition. All the traps, all the bombard cannons were lost, and now Mr. Yo is being pushed back far, far in his base.
Wow, it really looks like Villese has got a huge economy difference, but the most important here, Nelly, is the production queue. He has never stopped. He has never stopped, constantly, never stopped. Mr. Yo in this kind of battles usually is fantastic, but he couldn't. He couldn't with Villese, that has been just spamming absolutely everything. He has still 1,600 gold in the bag, and GG Cole, what a game by both players, but Villese, such a beast.
An absolute beast, and it all came down to the basically early castle age, where Mr. Yo built skirmishers, went for fletching, went for armor for his skirmishers against an opponent that played double stable knights.
That was brutal game. Oh man, well, what a game we have got. Like nothing happened. And Villese, like nothing happened.
It's okay. He has not won yet.
You know, it's okay.
But
yeah,
he
that's
won
true.
with his first 2 picks there. Knows, okay, those are the strongest civs, and converting them into Ws.
Okay, now we might see the bull, I believe, Bulgarians. Okay, so we got to see first, before the next game, Villese video interview, amigos.
I'm Villese and I'm from Finland. I didn't have to play in the qualifier because I qualified by getting second place in the Resurgence tournament. Well, I didn't get the practice from the qualifiers, but that's not a problem because I could do practice with the players anyway. I prepared for Wololo Legacy by playing against a lot of different players and playing practice sets against them. I'm most feared to play against Leary because he has the great micro and he's the two-time Redbull Wololo champion. I'm confident against most players because I'm well prepared and ready to face most of them.
He feels more and more confident. Villese, you can notice, but let's see if he's going to finish the series. What we're going to mention is that the Bull is the map, and over 30,000 viewers want to see the Bull, Lily.
That's only on Twitch, and
Only
that's
on
only
Twitch.
English. We have a YouTube broadcast. We have broadcasts in multiple languages. I love how much Red Bull is getting rewarded for the epic show that they're delivering here.
You need to get hype, guys, because this is only the second quarterfinal, and then I think we have some decent series later. Some decent series, and BL Hair and the Viper Leary, they can do okay.
Okay. Could be entertaining as well.
They can be fun, guys. They can be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bull is gonna be the game number 4, and we're gonna see what civilizations, Nelly.
I think Bulgarians makes sense, like Bulgarians for Mr. Yo.
We have 30,000, Nelly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And I would predict Villese might go for Incas.
I cannot keep going now, Nelly. You have to take over. Okay.
I was actually like, and I know Dave behind the scenes probably he wrote that joke down, but I actually didn't. I was surprised that I didn't come up with it earlier.
Okay, Bulgarians versus Incas. I will try to remember. But after this kind of game that we just saw it, completely different map, different approach, how they can keep calm now and say, okay, and now I have to play a map that I got my opponent in my face, literally.
Yeah. It's so wild. You had some breathing room on acclivity, right? Still the hill in the center, and you can open and then like feel out your opponent what they're going for, and not an option here on the Bull, simply because like rushing distance is like 15 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's confirmed. We can see confirmed the Bulgarians, and Mr. Yo has to play this perfectly fine, because if he's playing against the civilization you were mentioning, it can be very snowball. And it was all the day when he played with, what civilization was it? Was against Turks when he was against Hera. But guys, we got the Bull, and we have Bulgarians versus
5
Incas.
villager wall.
Oh,
Mr. Yo is not producing anything. No archer range. What is this?
Castle Age.
This is fast castle.
Castle
7
Age.
villager wall.
It's Castle Age. He want to go directly to Castle Age because he probably believed that against Incas there's no option.
Mind games.
Do you like that?
This is pure mind games. Villese overreacts archer range defensively, tower defensively. He thinks, wow, Bulgarians so good at opening. I need to weather the storm, but there's no storm.
Yeah, and now my question is, do you think, well, if he noticed, stable outside. Ooh. I like it. Well, Mr. Yo didn't see. Can we put the forward word for Mr. Yo if he saw the tower, Mapu? I don't think he explored the tower in the goal.
It doesn't seem like it.
No. He
doesn't even explore the base.
Explore. Well, I like a lot.
He doesn't know where his opponent is.
Yeah, he's gonna explore now. Well, he knows that he's on the right. You know.
Okay.
The scout is going now through to the corner. 3 villages is going to go to the short fish. I love the tone watch early, even more in this map now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like you're close together, and that tower alone will tell you like, is he rushing my gold? Is he trying to go for archers, eagles? And we'll get the information now confirmed here as well. And Mr. Yo can pull away from this gold and still get castle reach.
But he's doing a scout, so what he's going to do is to try to punish the fish. He's sending the scout. He's trying to control the middle. He's probably now going to send the village. Will probably make walls on the middle. And to be honest, if he lock down those, he's more than fine.
And with the tower that Villese already built, that means this tower can't be punished that much, right? Typically, you build a tower slightly higher of where the archers are positioned now, and you can't get the gold. But Villese, with this anticipation, took that option away from himself.
Okay, he's doing the tower. It's true that Mr. Yo doesn't know, but well, seems we know that this is a good position. The scouts will get some upgrades because he's coming with 2 Village and the spear. He really need to take this down. Otherwise, the strat is kind of not gonna work. The spear is there, but it's 2 spears. Oh, he take damage, and now he see another. Oh, he's not. Mr. Yo, what's happening? If he keep doing, he's gonna lose all the scouts. Tom, Nili, but what is this? I mean, seriously, what's happening there? I mean, okay, well, it's not being with the multitasking.
Well,
Mr.
I don't
Yo, I
think
know it's
he
difficult.
expected to run into spearmen, 2 spearmen on that end of the map. Oh, nice quick wall.
Yeah, but he wall, and now that Village is gonna be also in danger. He got forging, but now it's skill bard in armor, and that Village, I want to see some quick wall by Mr. Yo, who is not usually doing that too much, but he need to save that Villager. And with that, oh, he saved it.
Good job.
I mean, well, I was thinking, will Barrow what happened with that Villager, but he saved the Villager. Guys, for those people that don't know a lot this map, the stone is only inside the bull. That's why they try to go here, control, and also, probably you will try to, in those lumberjacks areas, you try to put a tower, even wall that area to don't let him go outside, really.
Not a lot of stuff is happening, therefore I can share a quick story. I'm casting Redbull Wololo Qualifier. My title said Redbull Wololo Qualification. In the scoreboard, it said Redbull Wololo Qualification round of 32. I had an overlay Redbull Wololo in there. At the bottom, it said map Redbull Wololo the Bull. Someone in my chat stops by and asks, what's up with the cow head?
Hey, what happened?
I didn't.
Anyway, we keep going. And now what happened with that Villager? Because this is really good as well now. For who? For Villese? No, for Mr. Yo. He need to take that spear, Nelly. He need to take that spear. And now
does.
you have to be careful. Oh, he took it. Is this worth it for Mr. Yo? I think it is at the end. But if he lost that Villager,
He can send more villagers. Yeah. He also guarantees himself to chop out then, right? So that's really nice. And now we can see the timing of Villese when he's going to chop out.
Okay, he got 700 wood in the bank. He needs a lot more farms or use the market. Need to send those villages. Population 55, 45, 12 villages more. When he has got 6. I mean, the story killed me, man. Anyway, he's now going to go outside, I believe. He's gonna go up. This is smelling a decided game.
Yeah.
It is smelling a decided game for the mind game. For the start, it was away. He invested too early in everything. And, well, we will see.
It is just tricky, right?
Yeah,
Bulgarians just put so much threat into your head. But we are in Castle Age here for Villese.
That's true.
Mr. Yo still in Feudal Age. So we will see a bit more equal villager count in 2.5, 3 minutes.
Okay, but well, he's doing pikes. He's doing pikes. Now, obviously, remember that you don't have crossbows with Bulgarians. So he's expecting only cavalry, but you can go longswords. Is he doing what? He's doing the barrack. Because you got longsword for free, and longsword will take the pikes, potentially even the eagles.
Yeah.
This is looking good for Mr.
But
Yo.
Inkas, what special units do they have out of the archer range?
Slingers as well. Aye. Well, let's see what is gonna happen. For now, we see the infantry upgrade coming from Mr. Yo. He's trying to wall this. He has fletching, so he has to be careful. He's mining a stone, and he see. We see already some slinger coming. Beautiful one, and he's outside. Mr. Yo is outside as well. So this might be one long game in the bull, because bull map usually is quite a fast and aggressive map.
Another bonus that we rarely think about when thinking about Bulgarians is half the cost on stone for town centers. Therefore, you can build a defensive tower, can even wall a bit, and add a town center here. And that's what Mr. Yo is going to do. As you can see, left-hand side already goes on stone, can easily put down 1, 2, 3 town centers if he wants to, and should be able to boom quite nicely.
Well, it seems that also with that many on the stone, he's even thinking on the Krepos. You know, now he has the men at arm. They are going to be in 30 seconds. Very, very strong. He's getting inside, but his wall. So he shouldn't take... he can dive in. Oh, it's open. I think that was open or not.
Can squeeze through there. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
let's see.
not
It does a lot of army now. It was looking good for Yo, but it's 21 army, Nelly. 21
slingers.
army, that's a lot. He's doing pikes, slingers, monks, even an eagle. He need a Krepos right away, but he's doing the TC. That TC protects a lot, Nelly.
And pikemen and slingers not really the best units in killing villagers, so I think the town center will go up. Maybe we have to sacrifice those 2 long swords, maybe some slide walls. I don't think we will see more than 2 villager kills.
Yeah, let's see, because now those slingers are trying to take something, but the pikes and the long swords is fine. The TC is gonna be up, and potentially a Krepos in that area where the monk is going to die.
Scouts, nice, picking up the second
picking the
one.
monks, picking all the monks, population getting closer. He has almost the stone already to make the Krepos. I see the Krepos coming. He's sending more villagers because he's a little bit afraid he lost some villagers more. And now all that army is gonna go probably down. He has, he's missing 2 stone. He bought it now. No, he got it now because he's still mining a stone, and Krepos is gonna be the following. Population, 51 villages for both, more army for Villese. But with the Krepos, you might be fine. And then 3 TCs as well. Who has the advantage? Look at the score.
How do you build the Krepos? No, it's
Is that
not
spot?
Yeah, not the most aggressive one. Obviously guarantees himself the gold and stone control behind it. Wouldn't be surprised if he keeps the villagers on stone to build a more aggressive Krepos later on. And Conquerors, a pretty nice unit against slingers and pike.
Yeah, they might take hold, but remember that the conic also, if you kill it, you get a dismounted conic that is infantry as well, so they are like half a unit, you know, 1.5 a unit is great. Will Barrow now for his opponent's siege workshop, and is doing conic, not yet, but Mr. Yo has no army for now. If he's gonna notice, he's gonna be in time, he's not gonna see it, and he's gonna deny. I can't believe he's gonna deny. He's not gonna deny. He's gonna make it. He's gonna.
What are the villagers going to?
Villese, just do
What?
it. Villese is
Just
90.
finish the TC.
We finished the TC, toast the town center, my goodness, 99.16. Thank you, man. Really? What's happening? What's happening here? Okay, he finished the town center, and now, what is gonna be the next step? Redemption. Okay.
Ooh. Well, he saw the siege workshop, right? Was probably expecting some aggression there with either mangonels or some scorpions. Mangonels now coming in, but with redemption, even conics become way worse. So I think Villese shouldn't take any damage.
But now he's gonna make another Krepos. Where he's doing the another Krepos because the stone disappear. In the surface. In the surface, in the top. This is a good one. He's taking the TC because this is free food.
Yeah.
If he's not defending that, it's free food. And now can be free food for Mr. Yo.
Yeah, and you see some extremely aware great players not producing any more villagers here, right? Because he knows every single villager will die at the top there. And sometimes we have seen players cancel some of those villagers. Village obviously distracted with the attacks at the bottom. And look at that. I'd rather save like 3-4 of my slingers than save another villager at the top.
Yeah, but this is really, really good now for Mr. Yo. He's getting the lead in economy. Now that this is free food for him. Now he doesn't need to make farms. All that short is gonna be for himself, and that's really, really nice. But also Incas, cheaper castles. I see a lot of those on stone. We might see a castle soon, and where?
Slinger's really bad against mangonels as well. I think only doing 1 damage per shot there. Not really accurate. And all those pikemen on the aggressive side, I don't think they should find the kill.
About the castle, Nili, where you will do the castle now from Villese?
Okay,
He's taking so many here.
We want to stabilize, I think, in front of the gold in the center base.
This is, in my opinion, a big mistake. When the Krepos was there, stop producing Villese there. Destiny's die, and he lost so many there.
Thing is, players are using the select all town center hotkey, right? It just divides the villages evenly throughout our town centers. It needs a lot of macro to actually get away from that. He decided now to get upgrades there instead of the villagers. I like that choice.
33,000 viewers watching a wild game that now we see the resources, and resources seems to be very close to go up to Imperial for both, Nelly. Similar resources, 37 farmers. I like the food production for Mr. Yo, but in Imperial, what civilization we prefer? Bulgarians or Incas? I mean, Imperial and Bull.
Something we don't see too often.
Bull, we don't see so often.
The distance is really short, so typically bombard cannons are nice. Neither civilization has bombard cannons here. So faster timing to imp, and trap war feels very likely. And then I kind of like a civilization that can get more castles and repair them easier.
The problem is, so many crepos is great, but where's the castle for Yo? Where's the castle for Trebuchet? We don't see any castle for Mr. Yo, and that's a real problem. It's true that it's cheaper. The siege is much cheaper, but he got redemption. What kind of siege you do? You go Rams, you go Onyx, what you do here? Or you go full Hussars now?
I think it's a rush towards imp. I think we would need to see some upgrades there, and I wouldn't be surprised to soon see like 15 villages on stone. He has access to more spots.
Yeah, well, let's see it. Remember also, oh, he deleted, but they appeared. You don't delete because the zombies appeared. He took everything there. He deleted all. That was fun for sure. Oh my God. Well, let's see. 7 on a star. What a time in there. Okay, let's keep going. We have now 4 towns and the T-cities are being also decent, right, Dele? Also so decent. Great. Okay, Imperial Age in 1 minute 30 seconds, 120 for Villese, Squires, a skirmisher. But you need something else than a skirmisher.
Oh, reborn, just to be killed.
You're still thinking.
Okay,
Bozo, skirmishers. He has good resources. I think he's gonna make Conquerors in skirmishers, but monks are going to be 12 range with block printing.
Especially like Skirm Onager is just so vulnerable to an eagle switch from Incas there. I think we need a castle and we need it now, maybe a bit late, because he will reach Castle Age, Imperial Age, and it's already getting trapped.
Yeah. Well, the castle is gonna be up, we'll see. He need to go with the mangoes, he has the monks, but he's going, no, but he has the crepos. The crepos is with only fletching, but soon he's gonna be Botkin. With Botkin arrow, he's gonna be able to do it, and I'm telling you something, I prefer to lose 1 to Villese if you are losing monks, and he's losing the monks that are a lot more valued right now than a couple of villages.
Yeah, I would think so as well, but the castle needs to go up. We're now imp, and trap production is starting. On the other side, traps are in the queue. I think like we have 2-3 trap shots before we even start trapping our opponent.
For that, he's sending a lot more villages. Block printing is happening, +3 ballistic as well, but the castle is going to be up. I will go Rams here. With the castle here that close, if you go Rams that are so cheap, you can push that castle down. Being the castle that close, you make +3, you can take it.
It feels like University needed to be a bit earlier. We need Masonry. Some Rams, I wouldn't mind like 2 Rams already like poking a bit. The thing is, you had so little army, you couldn't really protect them. Only now we see skirms on the map.
Okay, let's see what is gonna happen. The game, more village for Mr. Yo. Supposed to be better economy, right? He has heavy plow bow, so he's gonna go Hussars, it seems. Okay, they are very close, but no army yet. Not an old army yet for Mr. Yo. I am always doing you this question, Nelly, but who has the advantage here, even if the score say that is Mr. Yo?
I think it's slightly for Villese, but it's very close to 50-50. Simply because we have the traps out a bit earlier, we can repair a bit better, but now Masonry for Mr. Yo, therefore repairing 4 more HP, cheap.
It's stronger now, a stronger castle, as you mentioned. Husbandry is still no army yet, he's doing the upgrades. He's gonna do Conic then? Instead of, because he's doing the average, he did light cast, but I don't see any production. There's no production for Mr. Yo yet. He's repairing the castle cannot die. Remember also that the stirrups, it helps a lot to the cavalry for Bulgarian, but that castle is getting destroyed.
Tricky. Yeah, and repairing against 3 traps becomes really costly. Remember, if you watch the qualification, this map got a slight change. We don't have track terrain anymore. Castles were dying a bit faster in the past, and look at how many villages Mr. Yo is
so many villages that he's not using now for his economy. Now Halbardy is going to be there. The halves are already 15. He got the skirmishes, yes, but I'm not so sure. This is so many villages. He's taking a lot of time, and when the castle is down, I think the score is gonna get even closer and closer. Ooh, man, chemistry, okay. But then he can, well, he doesn't have resources to switch to Eagles, but that castle is in danger to be lost. Mr. Yo is very close to be what? Out of the tournament? Well, we will see he's 2-1 behind, and now Villese's core is gonna take the lead. Be switching. Both are now very close. The Halbardiers, no relics just taken by any of the players. The Trebuchet need to be safe. Nearly he needs something else. No army, 25, 50 army for Villese.
And it's really tricky to repair those traps now, because if 4 are shooting, you can't really do that anymore. And now he's basically stuck at one single trap without a castle. Still 21 villagers on stone, but that was basically 30 idle villagers for Mr. Yo there for quite some time. 14 on stone and 16 putting that stone into repair.
Okay, he's starting to raid here a little bit. He's doing plate guard and armor, but we still don't see cavalry. Conics happen. I don't know if the siege will have been an option. I know that he has no army, but well, a few rams that we were talking, probably he will make the threats go back a little bit and get time.
Yeah, well, it's tricky, right? As we said, the traps couldn't really be protected. Some eagles could have been produced. Eagles now being tagged, but remember, Bulgarians, they already have 200 swordsmen tagged for free.
Okay, he's doing finally the caravans, he's doing the bloodlines. He has now a stone to make a castle. Where he's gonna make it? Probably in the south to keep getting some resources, or he's gonna make the castle in this area. The Mongol is coming, he's trying to take, but he converted because he got redemption. He lost it and now gonna take some monk. Ooh, 23 army, 46, 10 villages more. The trebuchets is still being repaired. The caravans are going to be there, and he got only 1 ram. He needs definitely more and more army for Mr. Yo, which is not happening. Villese taking the lead, and now Onager upgrade.
Ooh, really good against skirmishers, really good against onagers there as well. Just 2 onagers here could basically mean that Mr. Yo can't contest this area anymore. But the ram is
look at the ram.
Now. He should have listened to you earlier.
I told you, man, the ram is there, and now he's gonna take 1. No, but at least he's unpacked those trebuchets to go forward. He debated the casters and the viewers, unbelievable. Okay, another ram is coming. No, he's going back again. He's going back, Nelly.
The ram.
He's going back. Okay, the ram is going there, and imagine siege ram. Remember, siege rams cost only 500 food.
Oh yeah, Bulgarians
It's half the price.
cost.
For that, I was telling you that the rams is an option that he could have siege rams there. Let's say easily, no? Easier than with other civilizations. Anyway, conscription. Blasphemy, and the castle is not even in the bull. It's outside for Mr. Yo, because he knows that he needs all the upgrades. If the game goes longer, he cannot lose that castle. And now he can do more crepos, because he has a lot of stone and try to defend it. He definitely needs more army. He's doing stirrups. Great upgrade, but he needs more farmers. This is so intense, Nelly.
What are we going for though? Light cav skirmisher? It feels like
It's
that would
conic.
go
It's
to...
doing conic for now. No, is that light cav or conic? I don't see anything.
It is light cav.
Light cav, yes.
Yeah, and onagers now... Oh, they will clean house. This is impossible. We need light cav. They're still all hidden. Could be a nice surprise, but I see Kamayuks, I see Halberdiers. Light cav are now coming. Halberdiers need to be sniped down, and those light cav, they have to kill so much.
They are not going to kill that much, in my opinion, because the halberdiers are there. The castle is still in danger. Also for Villese, he needs to go back. He needs to do more economy. You have the mobility with the light cav. Yet the ram is coming, and now there's no halves. There's no halves. He's trying to kill some. Ooh, but the skirmish is in the south. The skirmish is in the south, but the owner is taking not enough. There's only 1 ram. He's sending 1 ram, 1 by 1. 1 by 1, you are not gonna take also anything. Not enough army. The Krepos is gone. Oh man, Villese with 152 population. Mr. Yo is now trying to raid 150 population as well. It's at the limit, Joe. It's at the limit, but the score is still quite close, Nelly.
Ooh, but it feels like Villese is pushing this whole time, right? Gold is running out eventually there for Mr. Yo. He needs to push into other areas. Now, Archer Rangers at the top, that is an interesting choice. Typically, we go for units that are a bit more on the raiding side, like in this case, 200 Swordmen or Light Cav could have been an option. Skirms means he wants to launch a big attack here, which is a ballsy move because he's getting pushed heavily in the center.
Wow, what a game we're watching. These Krepos, I like it. He's taking more resources. I mean, the good thing is he's losing some ability, but still getting resources. Problem for Mr. Yo, only 24 on food. Why he's not sending more to the surface to get more economy, to get more food? The lighters are coming, but there's too many health. Now he's sending more skirmishes, still no...
Ground attack, beautiful!
Khazars is gonna take that one, and going back, he's doing all the upgrades. But he's doing all the upgrades, and he has no army. It's the truth. I mean, no army for Mr. Yo. 0 Khazars right now. He did the upgrade, 1 light cap, 18 skirmishes, 2 trebuchet. Villese is just playing out of his mind, playing absolutely amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Mr. Yo, remember, Redbull Wololo 1 champion, can be able to come back from this, or Villese will be the next semi-finalist in the tournament. What do you think? He can come back, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trebuchets.
Learning to count with Mem. It is a tricky spot here for Mr. Yo. He knows he can't build this beat this army. That's why he's trying to make a wild attack at the top here. Chance of success, very limited, but chance of success to beat this army, even smaller. So I like how he's trying to put himself into a comeback mechanic, but unlikely that it should work.
Okay, let's see, because now Mr. Yo wants to take, obviously, any chance he has to come back in this one. Seems that Villese is just going all around. Well, he's forcing Mr. Yo to go all around, but Mr. Yo is also here now and trying to raid. Let's see if he's gonna be able to open and raid that area. The Onyx are doing massive damage. He need more hussars. Well, he need more everything, really.
Population shockingly close. Now two-handed swordman could be put to good use at the top. 5 traps being sent away, trying to deal with that at the top.
What about the infantry Bulgarians here? The lone source from Bulgarians doing the castle upgrade here.
Oh, we
the
could get
doing
+5. We
extra.
could see +5 extra armor. Those
kill everything.
Eagles will be even worse. Arbalest still good against them. Slinger's still good against them, though.
But that he doesn't have right now. I mean, and you don't need to upgrade. You just do it right away. Right now, he has all the upgrades. Even if you are not doing, he's doing them. He's doing them. He's coming with the infantry here, but he needs some hussars to probably snipe. He's trying to convert the skimmers. The castle here is gonna be down. We will see. This is so wild now. 150 population. Still more village for Villese. Army is getting closer. The infantry is coming, but he needs to mass more. He feels that he needs to mass more. Not enough army. He's trying now to mass those hussars. Why he's not doing some crepos there? Maybe to defend. He has 600 stone and he could defend this area.
Well, he saw a lot of traps, so pretty tricky to invest 350 more stone there. I think he maybe wants to go into some more attacks. And look at Mr. Yo's upgrades there. He has every single blacksmith upgrade. So whatever unit he builds, all upgrades prepared.
Fully upgraded. That ram is going to definitely go down. The trebuchets too. But this look like a distraction.
Yeah.
It looked like a distraction for Mr. Yo trying to push here.
Oh yeah, and there's the castle man. He wasn't building the crepos because he was waiting for the castle. Wants to go for some more traps. But look at that, price already pretty high. You have to pay 202 gold to get 100 stone in return.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive. It's still 37 farmers, but we see the resources now for Villese. It needs really balanced. Almost the same wood and food, nothing.
Perfect spot there between the farms.
It's great. Well, it's defending absolutely everything. But still, Villese, with all these ratings, 132 villages, 53 army. He keep the population super high all the game. Villese is playing incredible. Really.
What a perfect defense at top here. It's so easy to overreact, right? And this is a scary push, right? It was ram, hussar, skirm, trap. What was Villese's reaction? Sent 4 traps, and he knew he could defend it. What a brilliant defense.
Playing very good. What a game, what a series. Hopefully, guys, you are enjoying like we are doing. Everyone is enjoying a lot because these games are absolutely amazing. Really amazing. And we don't have to say it. You can see them because they are great. You can see how he's raiding now even more villages to Mr. Yo, doing more barracks, but he's dropping more and more. He's dropping more and more. 100 villages for 132. He's getting close to double the population. I mean, soon it's gonna be 100. This is incredible. Villese is gonna take Mr. Yo. Is now doing Thumbering, the +2 armor. He reacts instantly to those traps.
Wow.
He has saving those traps during the whole game.
It's crazy how he just micros them back like 3 tiles. The moment the 200 swordmen turn away, he's shooting again. Like, his awareness is out of this world.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. 4 traps. He's gonna take the castles probably down. Oh man, if he's taking that castle. What, Mr. Yo, look at the score.
Only 3 traps.
It's 3,003 trebuchets. Look at the infantry here killing those that artillery. He should probably send it no stone. The castle is down. Mr. Yo is at the limit. He has a lot of gold, yes, but no food. He has no production. I mean,
33 farmers.
No
It just
production.
feels like we wanted to see a bit more food economy there. Something more at the top, as you said earlier, there with the shawfish. Now right in the center here. That's also ugly for Mr. Yo. Needs to look at all spots in this map.
he's raiding absolutely everything. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to believe that I think Mr. Yo is calling the GG. What a beast, Villese. I don't know if we can call this an upset, but the way it was, kinda an upset. It was a great series. Villese dominated.
Another Redbull Wololo champion eliminated, and Villese potentially his biggest performance in his life, and he's not done yet. Semi-final in the biggest Age of Empires tournament ever. He will play again on Saturday.
I mean, Gusegum. I have. Like, he has played like never before.
Yeah, yeah.
And still, no reaction.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
already thinking about, okay,
he's thinking, what
what
I
is
see?
my draft on Saturday?
Yeah, he's thinking on Saturday.
Yeah,
you know, the 5 days away from and he's there. But he's sweating. We are sweating, guys. You don't know. You don't know how we are sweating here, enjoying. Well, I think they know because they can see right now that we are sweating with these games. Amazing. Hopefully you have enjoyed because. Oh man, did we expect this performance? I expected him to play really well. I was thinking in the predictions 3-2, 2-3. But his performance, I didn't see this coming.
This was sick. How clean he was with the defense, all the decision making, constantly keeping up the pressure, and like how instantly he spotted every single raid. That's just crazy. As if he had like all vision and kind of knew every single time Mr. Yo was raiding, defended brilliantly in every game.
Was insane. Was absolutely insane. What Mr. Yo could have done more, I think he did fine. It's just that Villese was faster. He was with more production most of the time because the economy was more or less similar. The Imperial time in the last game was the same almost.
Yeah, there's some things we can work out, right? The castle was delayed a bit, maybe 2 tiles further back, then the Crapper step out a bit more. We could have had masonry a bit earlier. We could have skipped some scouts that lost a bit of efficiency, and Mr. Yo could have had some bit different timings. But once we got into the trap war, nothing he can do against Villese power.
I think also in the north, he didn't really take the big advantage having that Krepos controlling all the surface. He sent few villages there, and when you can send there 20 easily, and you get a lot of food. He was barely with 30 farmers all the game.
Never 40 on food, it felt like.
No.
And if he gets to like 60, he can go for the Hussar spam, can make it pretty well, because then he can attack into the Rams, and then everywhere raiding, and then it gets ugly for Incas.
Yeah.